Yeah, to give a recap of what happened last time, the party finished their business, like, for the time being, because they have time to wait while the mithril armor is being forged. And went to visit, Scramsax, who had some swords that he wasn't using anymore that he would be willing to part with, but his prices were pretty high because they mean a lot to him. And then you went to visit Mishan, who had some cursed items and items of unknown clarity on whether or not they're cursed. After some talks with her, the party ended up buying, I think, three out of the five items? You bought.
I bought 2. The only question was, I know one other thing was bought, but I don't remember if it was 2.
I think it was just Miras who bought the Idol of the Eldritch King.
Yeah, I don't think anybody got the amulet or the dagger.
I believe.
I don't think so.
I believe that's correct. So you bought the Kazoo of Summoning Animals, the Wild Deck of Many Surging Things, and the Idol of the Eldritch King. And you went and drew cards, and Biktun, everyone rolled on the good end of the table. Except for Ibran, I guess. I mean, I guess technically not everything was good, but it's better than it could have been.
I got 1 level of exhaustion, and I got aged 2 years. Those aren't necessarily good.
And then Ibran got set on fire for a minute, so his armor that he's wearing right now is very scorched and burnt. But it's still functional. And
Biktun gained my ability for free.
Biktun, Biktun got telepathy out to 90 feet.
Yep.
And Biktun tried to put out Ibran's fire by urinating on it, but he had alcohol in his system yet, so it was flammable urine. And he did not catch on fire. But the party, I think, ended it shortly. Like, you guys realized that maybe we should stop drawing cards for right now and resist temptation. And was making their way to visit Duvessa Shane, who said that at some point while you were here that she would like to speak to all of you. You guys it'll be about 1 o'clock in the morning when your mithril armor will be ready to be picked up, and so you have a bunch of time to kill. So like right now would be about the time where shops are beginning to close down, and like, you know, go to like one of the local taverns or something along those lines. As the party, I believe we ended it as you walked into, or were getting ready to walk into the town hall. Still no sign of Ono, no sign of Valine, and no sign of Spit, technically, either. Matra was on the ship when you all woke up. Where she went to, you're not 100% sure, but given what quest you're on, which is to try and free her sister, you feel pretty confident that she's going to return to the ship. Doesn't really need a direct escort, but Irini is most likely with her, given the two of them have kind of bonded over the last couple of weeks that you've been traveling together.
Don't forget, I got a homunculus too that stole food from somebody.
Yep, I forgot about that one. You have you summoned a homunculus who is your little servant, and sent him to go get food, and he stole a plate of food from a person. And I think you sent him to give the food back, didn't you? No.
I sent the gold to pay for the food.
You sent the gold. So he took off into the city, with the hope of eventually re-finding you again. And you all set off for town hall.
Can I just roll that specific one like 50 times? I just want to have like a little army of homunculi.
I already have a thought of what that would look like fighting things, so I'll send that to the group chat when I'm done.
So it could be like a Pikmin game.
Right? So the party would have... Start time. The party would have kind of gathered up there, or collected themselves, and you'd be standing outside of Town Hall, making your way there from the House of the Morning Lord. At this point in the night, like, the sun is down, so it's dark. There's like torches kind of lighting all the buildings along the outside of town, along the town, various places. You see some guards kind of either talking to individuals or kind of scurrying around town. Again, they've been pretty scarce since the attack of the Charlatan Dragon and before. But you do see as you approach Town Hall that there's 2 guards that are just kind of maintaining post. Your group is very well known. You wouldn't have any issues from them taking a step inside, should you so choose.
Yeah. I'll head on in. Completely ignoring the guards, too.
And they, they would, as they usually do, they give you a look over, but don't really seem to pay you much mind, just kind of holding position as you, Atheros would push open the doors leading into the town hall. Familiar sight, you've been here many times. You would see the front desk, there's a hearth going behind them to kind of keep the place warm. And then you see 2 sets of staircases that kind of go up and lead to several different rooms on the 2nd story. You would see that the sheriff's office is closed. You would see that the door that leads to Duvessa Shane's office is kind of cracked open, maybe a couple of inches. You can kind of catch like the ceiling line from your current position as you all take a step inside. You would see once again a familiar receptionist standing at the desk, kind of filling out some items on a piece of parchment with a quill in her hand. And as she hears the door close behind all of you entering the building, she looks up. The last time you guys saw this person, I think, was when the town was being attacked by Dorogneil the first time, and you had to infiltrate from below. And so she looks significantly more awake and active compared to the last time you saw her. Red-haired teenager, maybe 19 years old. She looks and sees all of you. Oh, the Broken. Duvessa Shane is looking to speak with all of you. If you have a free moment, I suppose. She's in her office. Just knock before entry. Just common courtesy.
Alright. By chance, have you seen... Oh no. Come around here.
Oh no, he's the... they're the gnome fellow, right? Who...
Yeah, the little guy? The little person?
Yeah, silver hair, darker colored skin, rock gnome, right?
Yeah.
He was, I've seen him, he came in briefly, maybe around noon or so, saying that they already kind of arrived back in town. But he really didn't stay very long. He said that he had to go look up something, and he went to Bifida Method to try and find some information, I guess. Didn't really give me specifics, but that's the last I heard, but that was a while ago. It's possible he might be there. I mean, he's a studious little guy, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. Alright, thanks. And then I head up to Duvessa's office.
Is the whole party joining Atheros?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yep.
Okay. You make your way up the stairs. They kind of creak underneath like the weight of like a lot of the stuff you guys are carrying, but again, normal as you make your way through. You get as you walk past the sheriff's office, you have just a brief moment of like maybe just reminiscent of the time that you had known him over your adventures here in the north so far, as you approach Duvessa Shane's door.
Look at Biktun like, did I just barge in there, or do I actually knock? I know he said to knock, but I just want to barge in there.
I don't know.
What if
I
you
mean,
like, quote
if you-
unquote, accidentally trip into the door and like stumble in?
Well, like if you knock hard enough with your hammer, it'll count as a knock, but also not a knock.
That's a good point.
Knock with your head.
Electrical lights up there?
Yeah, I do that. I take a full-on sprint, headbutt the door.
I want Atheros to make an athletics check. How hard are we hitting this door?
And a constitution saving throw.
Nope. I just take straight damage.
Yeah, you full force. You headbutt the door, and as you do so, very abruptly, she like looks up from. You see Duvessa Shane in her a bit tattered and worse for wear, but better than the last time you saw her state. She looks up at you, Atheros, and she sees the party standing there as you like stumble a couple steps forward. A small red mark appearing on your forehead. Ah, broken. I wouldn't have expected anything else, I suppose, at this point. Please,
Ebron tripped me. Ebron tripped me.
I'm in the back. How'd I do that?
roll a
That's totally
deception
different.
check.
From me?
Not for me. Oh yeah.
Well, Ebron's in the back of your party. You don't have to lie to me, Atheros.
Oh, he tripped me from the back.
Oh, right. Anyway, we don't need to idle by with small talk. I heard you were back in town. Your gnome friend Ono stopped by briefly, just to check in and see how I was doing. And well, ever since he left, please, pull the door. And she like looks over to you, Miris, as you're like one of the last people to come into the room, signaling to pull the door closed. This is a private conversation.
I used thaumaturgy to slam the door shut.
As
Really had
I
that
envision
time to do
Miris
that.
maybe reaching back to grab the door, it's just FUD, it just like gets pulled shut, like right out next to your face. And she like just like pauses for a moment. Okay. Just trying to like just shrug it off, but like is a little concerned with how audible the thud, the slam was. As like you guys pull up some seats around her decently large desk. I was wondering, have you heard anything from Kenit, the Plainsguard member who, well, was familiar with all of you?
Kenit. Let me think. Do I remember Kenit? Nope. Name doesn't sound familiar.
I mean, the last we saw him was here.
Yes, he was going to East Haven to help them with an issue that they were having. He was requested by Dayton Thwalen himself, hearing that they had a Plainguard member up here in the north. And, he left a few days ago, same day that all of you set out, and he sent us one line of communication, just that he had made contact with Dana Thwalen. And not that I'm expecting him to continue to maintain contact. He's not one of my guards. But it's something of concern. I feel as though I have a bad feeling about whatever's going on in East Haven. I don't know what it is. I have no proof, no evidence of anything, but it does not make me feel great. But that's, if you haven't heard anything from him either, then maybe he's just working hard. I'm not sure. Anyway, what I really wanted to discuss with all of you is, what do you know about a woman named Valine Harpel?
That she's traveling with us and she gave us a bunch of money.
And she's supposed to give us more money.
Yeah, that too. She has a lot of money apparently. She's very rich.
Which is kind of surprising because most people up here seem broke. No offense. It's either broke or they're getting killed.
Can't argue with you there. And she pulls out from her drawer just a small piece of paper, in the piece of paper, it seems to be like an old news article of some sort. You see the date is like 5 years ago, and it mentions a wizard from the Arcane Brotherhood being put under arrest and being sent off. She came to me maybe about an hour after Ono stopped in, claiming to know all of you and that you were all working with her for some mission of hers. Something about, I don't know, uncovering uncovering a ancient city or something way out in the Rega Glacier. I mean, that stuff like that I don't really care all too much about, but one thing that she came to me about was requesting access to the high security prison up at the top of the world, known as Revel's End. I don't know what all of you might know about Revel's End, but it is a very dangerous place. However, requesting access to a place like that in and of itself isn't always the problem. What I see as the problem here, and why I'm requesting to speak with you, since you all are currently traveling with her, is she requested access to a very specific prisoner in Revel's End. I refer to him as Prisoner 247, but his name, she you can tell that she's her voice kind of cracks a little bit, whether it's from her recovery or from having to speak this person's name. It's not entirely clear. The person's name is Valish Gant. For her to request access to this prisoner is, well, it's of concern to me. You all weren't here when this happened, but about 5 years ago, as she passes the paper back your direction, you would see an image of Valish Gant, which I should actually find and send all of you. Valish Gant was a temporary resident here. There he is. Wish I had a mugshot of him, but I don't. Send it to you, don't worry. Just want you to have a name for a face. Valish Gant came here originally to set up well, he wanted to get into the city's politics. And over his time here, no more than maybe a year or two, he developed a strong following of individuals who he had convinced to help try and overthrow me. He is a very dangerous individual in and of itself. In a one-on-one brawl, for most people, I would find it very hard to win, not through physical strength, but the fact that he's someone who can manipulate magic, very similar to your friend Ono. But he has connections to the Arcane Brotherhood, similar to Valine. I worry about her making contact with him, but she mentioned that Valish has the information you would need in order to find, I think, in order for you to find the city, she mentioned something about having to find, I think she called it the Isle of Solstice, which I don't know the significance to her. She just said it was important. And he has the information, but he's locked in Revel's End. And so she wanted access. Now, I'll be honest with you, while it hurt me to do so, I granted her request. However, I told her that I would need to speak with all of you first. In truth, I trust all of you. You've proven your worth time and time again, and I'm sure the town is still praising your name. But I do worry that she's going to try and pull something. She does not give me great, I don't get a great aura about her. She gives me the impression that if given the choice between, well, between saving an individual or looting for riches, she will choose the riches. So, if it's okay with all of you, what I would like to do is make you honorary town guards, at least for the duration of your mission, and give you the authority, whether or not you need it, to either arrest her or put her down should she decide to betray your group. Ideally, arresting would be nice, because then we have someone to interrogate about the Arcane Brotherhood. But she, I feel, has more powerful connections than Valish did, and I feel as though if we were to keep her too long alive, word would get out and we would have a full-on assault on our hands. But any information we could get on the Arcane Brotherhood and what they want with this city under the ice, it's good information for us to have as people here in 10 towns, and even beyond 10 towns. It would be good for other governmental structures to be in the know. I'm sure you've heard, the Arcane Brotherhood's not a great group. I've been told that they've been a group that do not hesitate to, for the sake of improving their organization or gathering resources, they're not really afraid to do anything. They remind me of the Zentarum in that regard, except the Zentarum seek to expand their empire. The Arcane Brotherhood simply seems to want to fortify theirs. But I worry about it. I don't know if you all feel similarly about Baleen, but she does not give me the impression of someone to trust with your life. Keep your friends close, your enemies closer, that sort of thing, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I know you said you'd rather, if something were to happen, we take her prisoner. The thing is, we don't have, like, handcuffs or anything, so we're probably not going to take a prisoner.
Should you
No.
require pairs of handcuffs or binds, shackles, I do have supplies down in the guard's
Could
armory.
just cut her hands off. That would work, right?
I mean, hypothetically, wizards' somatics usually require some form of hand gestures. You could argue by cutting off her hands, it would cut off her ability to cast her spells that probably would do the most damage. I would not be opposed to this. Hands can be, as weird as it is to say, hands can be reattached should the need arise, or regrown should someone have enough money.
Well, he's got tons of money, so he could definitely get new hands. But, why exactly would we want to do this, be guards for you? It sounds like you're just trying to get free labor out of us on this guard duty.
I would be giving you the authority. Not like, again, I suppose your traveling group doesn't always need it. But should Valine have to be slain, the fall would come to the town of Brinchander and not directly to the Broken,
Yeah.
if that makes sense. I do hope it doesn't come to that. I hope she simply just holds up her end of any bargain that you've made with her, monetary or otherwise. But I don't trust Valish, and the last thing I would want is for her to try and break him out of his cell in Revel's End. If he were to get out, please kill him.
Why don't you just have a prisoner there kill him?
muddies the waters a bit more than I would like. And given that you're a group of adventurers, sometimes unfortunate things have to happen. Things that certain people might not be afraid to do.
I see what you're getting at. You want us to quiet, and I wink at her, this prisoner 230 whatever. I gotcha. That's why you're not doing the town guard.
247, yes. That would be great.
But don't accidentally, go around murdering all the prisoners. We gotta make sure we just get this one guy, 246.
Should something happen and the prisoners escape, they're up there for a reason, generally serving life sentences. So, if they were trying to escape to reach one of 10 towns, not saying they would get there, but it is entirely a possibility, there wouldn't be repercussions for murdering an individual who had escaped from Revel's End. In fact, the guards there are fully aware that that is how things are handled, unless you have a pardon. I refused to give her a pardon for prisoner 247, and she settled for conversing with him. But if you were to escape, please feel free.
So what kind of written documentation are you giving us that gives us this authority? Because I imagine if a group of adventurers just pull up to a prison with a giant flying ship, and we're like, hey, we're talking to this person, there's going to be a little bit of angst against not letting that happen.
Do we get badges? You say we get badges.
I mean, I would like something written in paper with, a seal and a signature.
You will be receiving, as soon as I finish the draft, which I was working on when you arrived, a document that explains reasonings for going to Revel's End under the authority of Duvessa Shane of Brinchander, leader of the 10 Town Speakers, as well as, and she pulls out from another drawer, several badges with Brinchander's city seal on them. It looks like they're like these would be made out of silver, but it almost looks like a stalk of wheat with 2 antlers coming off on either side. You've seen it on various posts and areas of the town, and you've seen it on the town guards like shields and armor and stuff like that as a crest. These are seals that anybody within our walls carry on them. They don't always have to don them, but should something happen, these are a way to prove that you have been given that you have authority as a member of Brinchander. Again, usually it's the town guards or high-ranking officials, though there's not very many of those left as of late. But with my letter as well as these seals, it would grant you authority beyond the walls of Brinchander to, well, act on our behalf, act on the town's behalf, as a guard of sorts. The limitations would not apply to you as the broken. And again, it doesn't need to last forever. It could be just until this is done, or I trust all of you to make good decisions. I don't feel that you will be the ones who bring about the downfall of Brinchander more than other people already have. I would trust you with my life.
Oh, you died in our Company 1. And again, you were brought back at the cost of the greatest sheriff ever, which I still don't agree with, but can't change that.
Trust me, I wasn't expecting the comeback either.
But what's it like on the other side?
Well, for me it was like I was floating through a void. And the memories that I had acquired over my many years of life sort of replayed parts of themselves in sequence. It was as if I saw my life flashing before my eyes up to this point, and there was a light at the end, beckoning me forward, a female's voice telling me to keep going. And before I reached there, I was pulled back. It wasn't my time. I don't know exactly what the ritual that Mishan did. I don't know why she did it. I don't know why the sheriff decided to sacrifice himself to bring me back. Nor do I agree with anything about it. But for that period of time while I was dead, I'll be honest, I'd never been more at peace.
That female voice, was it like a oral female voice? Like, do we have to be worried about you?
No. I don't know whose voice it was, but it had nothing malicious tied to it at all. It was soothing, comforting, warm.
Okay.
Give me 1 second. Sorry, I'm back. So, anyway, is this something you'd be willing to take on for me? I don't have a lot monetarily that I can give you. It's asking a lot for all of you to do this once again for the city of Bridgeshander, but I would be appreciative if you would. Beyond monetary, if there are things that I can help provide, I would gladly do so, to the best of our town's abilities.
Do you guys, perchance, have a house we could have? If we do this mission for you, we want, like, a place in the city.
If you do this for us, I have plenty of open houses. You could name your district. It would be
Awesome.
yours.
Sweet. I'm in.
My area is going to be called Biktun Town.
Yeah. Big town. Dude.
Biktun bungalow.
I mean, there's really no incentive for us to do this. Yet again, coming to the aid, ever since we've been up here, the whole fucking north has just been falling apart, and we have to keep trying to fix other people's shit.
We could get a house.
I mean, right, but we've got 6 other things to do, and this is like number 10 on level of importance.
How far
someone's
is this thing?
missing
Is this like a quick, like, we go out there a couple hours, come back, knock this out in a day type deal?
I mean, one of our party members literally got their sister catnapped, and that's more important what's going on right now.
Well, from what I can gather, this direct mission of Valine to go to Revel's End seems to be tied to your group helping her, and she mentioned that you have things that you're currently working on. But she's being preemptive and trying to have all of her ducks in a row.
Those
So,
damn ducks.
I'm not saying you have to depart from what you're currently trying to do to go and take care of this. This is something that, to help Valine, you will probably have to do.
So where's this place on the map?
On the map itself, Revel's End is actually not on the map. It's so far north.
Oh, okay. So it's
way out in the boonies. It's that literally
they'll die on the way out there, right?
It's literally at the top of the world.
Sounds like a long ways away.
Judging by your form
Oh,
of
do you-
travel, it will take you significantly less time than it would for any of us to get out there on sled dog or axe beak. You have a mobile vessel.
It's not for sale.
I wasn't planning on trying to buy it.
Trade you the whole town for it.
But everybody else has to move out.
I could not
I
do
want a
that to my
giant castle.
people.
We'll rename it to the Biktun Towns.
Oh, we gotta change it to pick 2 cards.
Oh no. You mentioned. I'm scared.
Is this... You have... We're talking about playing cards right now. In the middle of...
Yeah. Well, I mean, let's get back to the task at hand. You didn't hear any of that. So
Nope, yeah. Biktun's
the
okay.
world.
Sweating, but he's okay.
End of the world, just gotta draw. You know, we gotta pick a decision here.
You haven't by chance seen what's the guy's name? Not Cal Drogo? Was that his name?
Cal
Uh,
Trozo?
Frozone?
Epic Keltro, that's it. Nowhere close. Cal Drogo was never mind. Yeah, Stefan Keltro. Have you seen him by chance? Since we killed him the last time.
I have not. He's... The last I assumed that he was dead. Is this a sign that
No,
he's
not dead. No.
Not, at least not traditionally, anyway.
Yeah. But if you do see him by chance, definitely kill him. That would help us out greatly.
Noted. How did...
I'm wondering, do we go and take care of what's her name? Ebron so scared of.
I mean, it's
Is this
more
like
or less.
Atheros or Ben referencing? I can't tell.
Both. At this point, I'm also forgetting all the names.
Right now, I mean, 2 of the 3s are together. Matra's missing both her sisters. That I feel like is more priority because that brings on the end of the world.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, we go get that done, and then just continue up north.
And
Deal with
there's
Valine.
there's the dude we killed in the mines who's got apparently like a doppelganger of himself running around killing people. And then there's his
Well, that's
sons.
the Keltro guy, right?
Oh, that's DiGiorno.
No.
Oh, DiGiorno. Yeah, that's right.
God damn it, guys. One day you'll all get names correctly just to like mess with me.
Yeah, you'll be waiting for it,
Mhm.
and then it just won't come. You'll be like, what? Well, that was no fun.
Yeah.
Once Atheros knows how to read and write, he'll remember it. He'll write the names down.
This is a fair point.
Until then, I'm just going off of my own memory. And it's been a while. Yeah, so... Sure, we'll start making our way north. Then if we run into her, we might do something. But I'm taking the badge for sure.
Yeah.
Is there like a higher level badge? Like, are we the top ranking guards or are we just equal with every other guard?
Well, conditions like these, your ranking would be technically, at least while within the city walls, lower than that of one of my captains. But outside the city walls, you would be the only guards from Brinchander, who have any jurisdiction. I realize that might not answer your question the way you wanted it to be answered, Ebrin.
No, and I mean, considering most of your guards died during the last battle, we're already stronger than most of them, so that doesn't really make me feel any better. So, I mean, yeah, I guess can add it to the fucking pile of things we need to do.
Think of it more as a side quest along the way.
Side quest along the way. We already got like 5 of those.
Yeah.
Thank
Well,
you.
Big side too. Yeah.
Should
Thank
probably
you.
go find Ono, Valine, and how much time has passed? Do we know?
In your conversations with Duvessa Shane, I would say we would put the time probably closer to like 9:30 at night, so it's been about 45 minutes.
So how much longer till Atheros' armor is done?
What was it, 1 a.m.? So we still got time?
Yeah, you would have, what is it, 3.5 hours?
I look at Biktun. Plenty of time. Wink, wink.
Well, we got 3.5 hours till your armor's done. I guess since we're here as well, do you have any hidden items of rarity that you could offer for us to buy or have or look at? Seems that's what we're doing everywhere we go.
I can say with certainty that the town guard doesn't have anything truly magical in its arsenal. And I'm sure you've visited them already. Your places to look would be either at Black Iron Blades or House of the Morning Lord for some less than ideal items that I'm sure she would part with. Or
You should probably destroy the dagger that's there. Kind of dumb to keep that thing around.
so you have been.
It must stab somebody, feed on flesh daily. Kind of dumb.
Magical artifacts take a large amount of resources to truly destroy. It is just resources that we don't have at this time. I've been telling Mishan that we need to gather items and purge our current connections with these items, but
Well, we just
priorities
go
have
to
been
your
pushed
armory and
elsewhere.
raid it. Yeah, like let's just go to your armory, see if anything sticks out that we would like, and take it. And you can count that as payment.
If we only would have kept that ballista, we could have put that on the ship. Damn it.
Well, they had more ballistas. We could just take the one that they got now. I mean, what? Do they think another dragon's gonna attack?
Don't say that out loud.
And also, we got a cannon on the ship that's way cooler than those ballistas. We could level the wall of this place.
Ebron snaps at Atheros. That was, yes, great idea. We could do that too.
Also, I want to look at Biktun because I think I might have heard something. I don't know if my perception check was loud or good enough to.
But I didn't message you quick.
Oh,
Just one quick question.
That's where I don't know if he actually did something. I wanna. Like I thought I heard him shuffle around. I'm like, oh, was that it? Was that what I thought it was? Definitely don't have an addiction already to this deck.
1 second.
We could just say we'll do this, but we just have to have Valine say a high number and then cards right afterwards.
No, I mean, we don't want her getting into the good stuff.
But if she gets the good stuff, then we can get the good stuff from the cards.
No, she gets it.
Right, but then once she gets it, she can give it to us.
No,
If
like
If she dies, she dies.
Atheros, as you look around for Biktun is not currently in the room.
Okay, I'm
leave
in the
room.
back. How does a 7-foot Leonin disappear from me?
Biktun had a crazy
As
high
you were
strategy,
talking. Yeah, you were talking, so.
and everyone's passive perceptions are not higher than his roll. For once. Usually you are. Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
You're wearing
yeah.
plate armor. You gotta roll disadvantage.
Yep, we'll do.
Bloop, 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 bloop.
One more time.
And my passive perception is pretty decent.
I was gonna say mine's a 14. That's not bad.
Yeah, mine's better than that. I
Ooh,
won.
everyone except for Miras would see Biktun trying to open the door, and Biktun, as you try to open the door, it would creak. So you did not succeed.
Oh,
I'm
sorry,
gonna
guys.
slam it shut.
Sorry,
You ain't going nowhere.
I gotta go to the bathroom. I had some milk earlier.
I slam it shut.
Do you really want to test? Do you really want to test this?
I'm up like you can pull cards from that deck.
Well, your hands are in your pants, so I doubt you're going to the bathroom.
I told you I have to go to the bathroom. I had some milk. Do you really want to see what's about to happen?
Duvessa Shane would just
there.
chime in. You do realize cats are, in some ways, you're not. Are you okay? Just like giving you a stern look, Biktun.
Okay.
No, I'm not that great.
Atheros, you can see through his bluff.
I like to start itching myself.
Atheros,
like,
can you help? Can you assist me to the restroom?
Yeah. I can help. Yeah. I'll hold your hair back. I know. What's
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it. You might have to help me walk there.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. You guys finish discussing this and payment and all that stuff. Ebron, I trust you. Miras, I trust you. Yeah. And then Biktun and I start heading out.
Yeah.
I feel like as soon as the door closes behind Atheros, I would warn Duvessa, like, yeah, you should probably be concerned about that, but
Was addicted to the deck.
yeah.
Oh,
Is there anything else you want us to do for free while we're here?
Let me clarify. It's not for free. You'd be getting a plot of land.
I mean,
I just can't pay you monetarily, as the town is currently under a bit of a crisis.
right. Ebron's annoyed, because, like...
You don't have to take it up. You can choose not
Nah,
to,
it's-
but then you wouldn't have the authority outside of the town.
I mean, we haven't had authority outside the town in other places, and we still end up killing people and saving other people, so...
Keep in mind that murderers generally get prosecuted unless they have validity behind the murders themselves. I'm saving you from all of that should you take up the mantle. The burden would fall to the city of Brinchander and not directly to all of you. This jurisdiction would only extend up here to the Icewind Dales. Should you try to do something, let's say, down in Heroshime and you present this seal, well, it's only worth its weight in silver.
See,
So,
I would be more interested if I had more power that came with it. Like, our group should at least be the level of captain or higher, considering we've saved this town twice. I feel like being lower than a captain's kind of an insult. Now, if you only want to make one of us a captain, you could make me the captain. Miras, you're here with me. You can know that. I don't know if Matra's with us or she stayed on the ship. I don't
She
think
stayed
we
on the
really established it. So, Miras, you could back me up with this. We've been here for a while. Saved the town twice. Saved
And
other
again,
places.
you have authority that even my captains don't have by taking this up. The captain's title only extends to the end of their town. If they were to try and go and exercise their authority, let's say my town captains went to East Haven, they hold no power there. They are merely a citizen with nice armor and a sword. You would have authority that they wouldn't have. So I fail to see how this is a worse situation. How me making you captain helps you.
Because when we stroll up to a place like East Haven or Caradinaval or Goodmead, and we just say we're the guards from Bryn Shander, that doesn't really hold any weight. Or hey, we're the captains, or I'm one of the captains from Bryn Shander here on official business from Bryn Shander. It comes with an authority and a level of power and respect that comes with it. Because I'm sorry if somebody says they're a guard from Bryn Shander, I'm not going to waste my time talking to them. But they're a captain, meaning they have authority. Yeah, I'm probably going to take a moment to hear what they say. It carries more weight.
Make a persuasion check.
I know Mirrors ain't saying much, but do I get advantage at all with him backing me up here?
No, the straight roll is actually because this roll you have disadvantage on, but Mirrors being there would give you a flat roll. I'm sorry, but handing out the title of Town Guard is something that Town Guard Captain is something I have a very hard time doing for a mission such as this. I understand the desire to have that call of power. The goal is for it to not be truly necessary, and the extent of which this is being used for is primarily to give you authority outside of the walls. It's not to walk into another town and say, "I'm the captain, listen to me." That's not what I'm trying to give you here. It is merely... It is a safety net. Should something happen to Valine, should something happen to Prisoner 247, or anybody who would escape from Revel's End, should that be a situation that arises, any murders that you cause of people because of things that have happened in your travels fall to the city of Bryn Shander to deal with, and does not fall to you to possibly be prosecuted. You're an honorary guard, and this guard title is more than I can give any of my other guards, because I can't afford to send them out to do things like this for me. Because I don't trust Valine, I don't trust the Arcane Brotherhood, but I trust you. I trust your group. You've proven yourselves in the town. I'm giving you the authority to exercise that proof beyond the walls of Bryn Shander.
Did Biktun or Atheros grab a badge?
Oh yeah, I already did.
I wanted to, yeah.
If you want, I would assume they would have grabbed it before you left, before you tried to make your sneaky escape.
Yeah.
Well, I would let out a sigh and say, well, this has been informative. I'd get up and kind of say that, Mirrors, if you want to talk to Duvessa, you can, but I'm going to take my leave now, and I would walk out.
Did you end up taking a badge?
Nope. As I would leave, I'd say, if we get to it, we get to it. And I'd close the door behind me.
Mirrors, what about you?
Yeah, did you close Mirrors in?
Yep.
Have
He's
an
not
awkward
talking, so
conversation.
Mirrors is still sitting down, and just it's him and her now.
You are in a room with Duvessa Shane. There is a shiny silver badge sitting on the desk in front of you.
I don't think I'll take the badge.
I understand. It's entirely your call. Each of you have your own free will regarding this endeavor. Though please understand, with a word of warning, if word gets back that those of you who do not have badges happen to have murdered someone of an to an unnecessary level, such as a random caravan of goods being robbed, you would be prosecuted in a full accordance with 10 Town's policies. Now let me also be clear, this does not give all of you traveling the authority to just murder any person you see. On murder without true reason, without a proper mental state about it, and again, I reiterate, reason to take them down, we still prosecute town guards who show themselves as corrupt. But in the cases that I had mentioned relating to Valine and Valish and anybody tied to Revel's End, well, we will deal with that internally here. You would not be prosecuted for those, should the need have arisen. Something tells me that your friends Biktun and Atheros might overextend. Please keep them in mind. Where do they go to, by the way? As everybody else has left.
So I would like to. We were in town hall, right?
Yeah, you would have walked just out of Duvessa's office. You'd be on the second story when you exited the room.
Okay, yeah. So I'd like to say that we went like outside the whole ass building because we're trying to be respectful. And in the map of 10 towns here, there is this little. I don't know if it's gonna let me like. There's this like little like cubby hole here.
Okay.
It looks like an alley.
Yeah.
That's where we went, trying to be like giggling like 12-year-olds. I'm sure the entire way. But...
Okay. Before I get to that, Mears, was there anything you wanted to talk to Duvessa about? Or were you going to be leaving with the rest of the party?
I was just going to be leaving with the rest of the party.
Biktun and Atheros, you will have a lead on Ebron, and then a slightly smaller lead on, or slightly larger lead on Miris. So it'd be bits by bits they will appear.
I would be leaning against the wall on the outside of the door waiting for Miris, and like as he opens it and leaves, it'd be like, so, Miris, did you take the badge or not?
No, I didn't.
And like as the door's closing, yeah, I mean, there's really nothing stopping us from telling Valine this entire story now. I don't really get Duvessa's point, but let's go catch up with the rest. And like I would clearly say that loud enough for Duvessa to hear as the door closes.
Okay. Doesn't seem to rebuttal through the door. Biktun and Atheros, you find yourself in a little cubby just off of the main walkway of the Bridgehander Town Hall. There's no guards currently patrolling this area, and it seems quiet and kind of out of the way. What are you going to do?
Yeah, as soon as we get out of earshot of the rest of the party, I'm like, okay, yeah, you caught me, but that's why I went on this.
Yeah, we get full card. Like
drop some more cards, yeah.
Yeah,
You guys keep saying shit, making me want to do it. Want to eventually do it.
Yeah. Let's draw the cards. Like I'm itching like all over. Just like I have a severe addiction to this deck already, and I need it. Where is it? Come on, pull it out.
I'm going to pull it out, and I'm going to make a private roll to determine how many cards I draw here.
I'm scared.
Oh no! Oh no!
Okay, I'm really scared.
Well,
to the untuned eye, it sounds like there might be a drug deal going on. Anyway.
Should I,
or other adult-related acts. I need to get it out.
Yeah. Whip it out. Let's do this quick before anyone sees.
Go on.
Should I just roll the dice, Dakota, and you can figure out how many I'm drawing?
Whatever the number was times 100, D100, I should say.
Okay.
Did you get 6?
D100s.
Oh Lord. You're killing me, Smalls.
Ooh, we got a 1.
I'm scared.
Holy fuck, you got an actual 1.
Yeah.
I don't think any of those have been rolled either.
We haven't gotten 40s. 34 no. 50 no. 10 no. 34 no.
Maybe 48 or 68?
48, yeah. Oh! That was the homunculi. If
Was
you
it?
survive that long. Yeah, if you survived to that one. And also, you had 68 before, that was telepathy. Telepathy.
Sweet.
So maybe you lose your
28.
telepathy.
And 68. Okay, in order of card... Okay, in order of card draw, Biktun uses Card of Sanctity and draws 8 cards. Well, the first one that you draw, again, they all appear white until their effects actually take hold. The first card in your hand it shimmers with a blue light, and you see the image of a shield appear on the card. Essentially, for the next minute, you get the effects of... It's a cross between Shield of Faith and Shield. You have a +2 to your AC and immunity to magic missile, which is fantastic.
Like that's going to be helpful.
Like a spectral shield just kind of like appears and kind of like floats around in your general vicinity for the next minute.
And don't worry, Dakota. Atheros and I have some documents we may be sharing shortly.
Okay. 34. Oh, you have been, oh no! I mean, everything's fine.
You've been killed.
No. Hold on. Okay. So, Biktun. Oh, Biktun. Buddy. Pal. As the first card kind of dissipates and then the shield appears around you, the second card, you feel something hostile. Like you feel a hostile presence coming out of the card, and as the card reveals itself, you see it reveals itself as a set of chains. And before you really have time to process the full extent of the image, the chains having like barbs and stuff like that, like they look terrifying on the card. You are immediately enveloped in a set of spectral chains. They're coated in a magical force, and they wrap around you, restraining you. There is no end condition for this one. While you are... Okay, there is an end condition. But there's no time limit. You are essentially, permanently, you have the restrained condition until the chains are destroyed or you are freed. At this point, when the chains wrap around you, you drop the rest of the cards, and they immediately shuffle back into the deck. You are permanently / temporarily restrained, as of right now, in a set of magically embedded force chains. Essentially, here's the full chain of effect. Glowing chains of magical force wrap around you. You have the restrained condition until the chains are destroyed or you are free. But while you have this condition, you cannot cast spells, and any magic items you are wearing or carrying have their properties suppressed. You draw no more cards. The chains are immune to damage and cannot be dispelled by the Dispel Magic spell or similar magic. However... God damn it, I gotta highlight it. There. Okay, they can be dispelled using the Dispel Magic or similar magic. However, a Disintegrate spell destroys the chains, instantly freeing you. Another creature can also free you by succeeding on a DC 30 Dexterity check using Thieves' Tools. So, Biktun, you get restrained into these chains that kind of wrap really tightly around you, and you fall into the snow face first.
Can anybody even hit 130 right now?
How do I figure that out?
Well, it would be your proficiency bonus plus it'd be proficiency bonus to Thieves' Tools. It'd be a dexterity based check, which would also add your ability modifier. So it would be whatever your dexterity modifier is plus proficiency in your Thieves' Tools.
I would be close, but No.
I guess technically you could get guidance too.
Yeah, I could give guidance.
And technically, Irini could give you inspiration, which is a D8 now.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, my dex is a +4.
You even have a thieves tool set?
Yes. Ooh.
No.
Yes, kinda. One of my pieces broke a while back, so I'd have to find a piece to replace it. I remember that.
Yeah. You don't need that specific piece for these chains, I feel like, right?
Probably not. Oh. Dakota, do you even remember me breaking one of my pieces?
Yeah, you tried to open up a door once, and I believe one of the pieces snapped. However, if you're in town here, we could just literally say like you got a new set of thieves tools. Like this town, you'd probably get one for free. I would not be worried
Alright.
about that if you just like stopped by, picked up a thing of thieves tools at some point while you were traveling through town.
I retcon that, and I already had thieves tools. But I don't know that yet because Marinus and I aren't
Yeah,
there yet.
you guys haven't gotten there yet. Atheros, you just watch Biktun get enveloped in these chains and just fall into the ground, face down into the snow. The cards reshuffle back into the deck, and I imagine because he's not... Ooh! The effects of the cards are suppressed because you have them on your person, don't you? So, Sorry, go on.
I'm trying to think, 'cause the deck would be in his hand, right? Like, when he gets restrained, would they just drop? Or are they, like, magically put back into his pocket?
Ooh, in
I mean, I
fairness,
assume I would just be holding it in my hand.
it says
Yeah.
magic items you're wearing or carrying. I would argue
Oh,
if
I
they're in
suppose.
your hand...
Yeah.
I think, you know what? I think the deck would fall to the ground. I feel like it would fall to the ground because you had it in your hand. And then the cards that you drew but were not activated would shuffle themselves back into the deck.
I look at the deck. I look at Biktun. I look back at the deck.
Big Two can't look at you
I-
because his face is in the snow.
Yeah. I pick up the deck. I look at Biktun. I look at the deck. Ah, damn it. I'm gonna have to help Biktun. And well, no, I gotta do a will save.
Yeah, yeah, there you go. Yeah, you feel like Big Tune might be If you rolled anything less than a 12, I was gonna be like, no, you have to truck her.
Begrudgingly, I feel like, no, I gotta help Biktun. Then I look at the shackles, like, no, I don't think dispel magic will work on these things. They look like they're real magic, not weak magic that I can use. Well, are these glowing chains just around, like, his wrist, or...
They're around his entire body.
Oh, so I can't just, like, cut his hands off to get the chains off. Okay.
No, it's like there are like spikes on them too, so that, like restraining him, like digging into him, like he can't move anything. But he is conscious.
Oh.
Just breathing in snow right now.
Okay, I roll him over, so he's no longer face first in the snow.
Biktun, you see the face of Atheros as you bat your eyes to get the snow out of them.
You
Thing
dead?
I say is, if you run away from those cards or with those cards,
Oh, don't worry. I'm keeping him safe.
and as soon as I'm not restrained, you're gonna give them back, right?
Yeah.
Hmm.
You can do an
You can,
attack.
you can still do skill
completely
checks, yeah.
serious. He just wants
Would
to
they
use
be at
the deck. He doesn't care
disadvantage?
about...
No, restraint doesn't impose
He's the
disadvantage
owner
on
of the
skill
deck.
checks. It's just the items that he's carrying are suppressed. All of his other stuff would still be fine.
That means I'm a little bit colder now. Because my ring
Yeah,
of
because
warmth
the
is
ring of
all-
warmth
Yeah.
is suppressed now. You feel the cold of the north for the first time in a little while.
So
Ebron and
I'm
Mirrors,
going to...
you would be rounding the corner and you would see Atheros standing over him with the cards in his hand and Biktun laying on the ground face up with these spectral spiked chains wrapped around him.
Well, we were kind of hidden in the corner, weren't we? Like, would they see us right away? Would they know where to look?
They would be rounding the corner. I mean, you guys left footsteps in the snow.
Oh, yeah. And
and
Biktun has pretty obvious feet.
Yes, very much so.
Happy. Pause.
It's hard to stealth away when you clink everywhere. Yeah. You'd be able to find him.
Maybe we should pee on it. Might help.
No. I picked Biktun up. We're going to the North Look. Your buddy there. See if he can do anything. Or we want to go to Black Iron Plains. Would they maybe know how to pick these
House of the
magical
Morning
items up?
Lord. If they might be able to cast the spell.
The dinner crate?
Yeah.
Maybe.
What
I
if
mean,
you put the cards next to his mouth and he draws with that? There might be something in there that gets rid of this.
I think the best
Yeah,
part of this
yeah.
whole thing is that I have no NPCs with all of you, so I can't chime in on pretty much anything.
yeah.
You guys just do your thing. This is great.
Yeah. Let me draw more.
Just two. Just two, though.
Well, can you even move?
He could use his tongue. Put the deck next to his mouth. Have him use his teeth to gnaw one out. Or his tongue.
What is
I want to pull all the ones that I didn't get to pull last time.
How many were you
I
trying to pull
suppose-
last time?
Yeah. You know what? Yeah, I put the deck of cards back up to him. Like, you still got the rest of your cards. You got to pull the cards. You can't stop.
Okay, I take 6 then.
Yeah, take the other 6.
Do you want me to re-roll?
You're gonna have to roll because they reshuffled back in, but I want you
Yeah.
first. I want you first to make a. It's because it's gonna be maneuvering your tongue, and I'm
Mhm.
realizing how dirty this is gonna sound. I want you to
Well, I'll
make
beat the full
a
deck.
Tongue or
a-
teeth?
both. I'm gonna say make a general strength check.
With advantage, because I'm like trying to force the cards in his mouth.
I would allow it. If you want to roll it again.
Oh, yeah, I'll roll again. Why not? Wow. Okay.
You really roll the same
Okay.
thing?
Yeah.
And
Nope.
so it was decided. As Atheros is like trying to shove these cards up by your mouth for you to draw more. Yeah, okay. You draw 6 more cards, roll 60 100. Can't get any worse,
find-
right?
I'm gonna find like a place to sit in the alley where we're at right now and just watch.
See, now the thing that we have here is anything that gives you something magical is suppressed. So like your first card, you feel as though it would probably boost your abilities in some way, shape, or form if you were to cast one of your magic spells, but it immediately dissipates because your magic is suppressed.
5 out of those 6 die were within 10 of each.
Yeah, they
that's
were.
crazy close.
So the first card, it would look like a person with like a slightly blue aura around it, and like I said, you feel as though it boosted something magical within you, but immediately got suppressed. The second card, you see a person falling. As Biktun, underneath you, a pit opens up, and you plummet. I gotta roll dice. Oh no. You fall 70 feet down into a 10 by 10 pit. Atheros, you're right next to him, right?
Yeah, I'm like propping him open. Or
Make
propping
a-
him up.
Make a
Not open.
dexterity check so you don't fall into.
Would I be able to fly out of this? Could I have multiple flying abilities? Where's that?
Yeah, you don't have any of your
Yeah,
magic
good.
suppressed.
Yeah.
So if you have a way to fly out right now, like you could activate that and just fly back out.
Oh yeah, no, I would definitely use my Radiant Soul, start flying. Like I'm holding on to a big thing. Like I try and fly up with him.
Okay, so you have him. I'm gonna say,
I mean, your guy can lift like
Yeah, you
450
wouldn't-
pounds.
Biktun with his armor and everything wouldn't be that. It'd be at the upper end of that with all of his armor, because his armor's fucking heavy, but it would still be within the range. I would say, yeah, you like are able to activate your spectral, your wings that you have, and like before you guys fall more than maybe like 10 feet or so, like that just you just instinctively activate that. Your wings appear, and it almost looks like something out of like a really weird like Disney film or Hallmark movie as you're holding this person bound in chains as you're rising out of the pit. Yeah, you do not take the potential freaking fall damage. That would not have been fun.
No.
That would have been a great time. I gotta find the pit card. Which one was that again? That was a 38. Just gotta bold that shit.
That would have been like, what, 76?
7d6 fall damage, which I guess for you isn't the worst. It would have hurt like a son of a gun, but
Yeah.
it would have still been fine.
But
Well,
you
wouldn't
would
he
have been at
take-
the bottom of the pit.
Wouldn't he also take max damage though, because he's restrained?
I mean,
Or
even
he-
then, I'd still be fine.
Yeah, 76 is only what 42 damage.
42.
You still would have been. You would have maybe got a concussion, but you would have been fine,
Yeah.
even with max damage. But yes, I would. Given he was restrained, I probably would have did max damage for that one. 33. God, you had a lot of 30s.
Yeah.
Okay. Biktun, I need you to roll a d10 for me. That's not fun. Wait, it was even. Biktun,
it was even.
you I'm going to argue that the magic of this card will still take effect because it's not affecting your spells. Biktun, you grow 4 years older. Maybe a little more beefy, kind of like Atheros. You have a little more maturity to your fur now, your mane, but you don't feel that much different. But you age 4 years.
Okay.
81. You feel a magical effect take over you. The card's image would be that of like a person, and then like 2 spectral images of that same person. But again, as that it tries to activate, the magic is suppressed. You feel as though it was some form of spell. Any of them that are suppressed, I'm not bolding because you guys don't fully know what it might be yet. You don't get to see it activate because Biktun's in freaking spectral chains. 41. Another magical effect. You would see the image of a very similar image of like the person on the last card, but there seems to be like a duplicate of them, like a certain distance, like deeper into the card. You feel as though it would have allowed you to cast a spell repeatedly in battle, but immediately is suppressed by the chains that are currently around you.
So, what's gonna, like, if I do get out of the before I die,
Some of
will
these are
those take effect?
some of them only last a minute.
Okay.
So like the one that would have appeared only lasted for 1 minute of combat, or
Yeah.
just a minute in general. And then the last one is another magical spell that would have taken effect instantly, but is immediately suppressed. You got a lot of magic cards this time. That is what we in the Yu-Gi-Oh industry sometimes call a slightly bricked hand.
Yeah.
But hey, you opened up a pit and you aged 4 years.
Yeah.
Did not help your situation.
No.
Biktun, as you
Alright.
draw your last card, you realize it didn't help. They lied to me.
It's fine.
Alright. Atheros wants to do another wisdom save to see what he does. Ooh. He really wants to pull, because, I mean, he let Biktun pull his cards. Now he thinks, it's his turn.
Go for it, Atheros.
All right. Should I use the roll that I had before? Or roll again because enough time has passed.
I would say roll again.
Yeah. Okay, I'm only doing 2.
The temptation is always there. I love it so much. Okay.
100.
74 and a 64.
Yeah, I added 2 to my roll, which made it an 8 because I initially, before I snuck out, I rolled what ended up being a 0 on my my wisdom save.
Oh.
So I'm going to do these in the opposite order because it'll be more fun for me that way. Atheros. The card is 64. As you pull this card, you see an individual looking down at what appears to be a book with it looks like to be a book in the in like a library or something. I want you to roll 2d6.
So no.
Is this the one that I wanted?
Biktun, not Biktun, sorry, Atheros.
Oh.
So yeah, Atheros. Immediately upon drawing this card, you feel like you can read and write in 10 different languages of your choice.
Yes.
But as soon as you draw that card and you feel that effect take over you, you become petrified in marble.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, that's fun.
I can't stop laughing. It's
What
so
happened?
funny.
Oh my god.
I can read, I can read, I can write.
And then just immediately you become encased.
So
in,
our party
in
just
solid
got
marble.
our
Holding
party just
Biktun
got
in your arms.
effectively
There's a statue. And then there's Biktun in his spectral chains, unable to move. I'm crying right now.
And Atheros turned into a Greek statue, apparently.
Essentially, yes.
Yeah.
Huh.
There was a small glimmer of hope for 2 seconds.
So during that time, is Atheros still holding Biktun? Or what happens?
Hold on.
I would say
Hold
when
on.
I'm drawing the card, I'm not holding Biktun.
Oh, so
Oh, okay, that's fair.
Biktun is
That's
on
fair.
the ground.
Biktun
face
would be
up.
on the ground.
Yeah, the way I imagine it is like the deck of cards is in one hand, and with the other hand, I'm drawing the top card.
Yeah, that makes
And
more sense.
revealing
That makes
itself.
more sense.
So what happened to the deck? Is that encased now?
Your body is transferred
that-
into the marvel. The petrification lasts until you are freed with the Greater Restoration spell or similar magic.
So yes.
It
Your-
says my
It
body.
says his body.
So I'd say all the items on me don't turn to stone. It's just like my flesh. and
Yeah, so like
my
your
actual
armor
physical
and all
body.
of that would be still as it is. But your physical form is encased in marble. So it's essentially a statue that someone put. You're a glorified mannequin
Yeah.
made of
You can
marble.
pull the deck of cards if you want.
The cards are sitting in your hand. The deck of cards is sitting in one hand, and you have like your fingers drawn like you have cards in your other hand, but the cards are now vanished and returned back to the deck.
I would get up from where I'm sitting and walk towards Atheros and pick up the deck.
Oh no. Go on.
That deck. Don't you dare run away with that deck.
I would turn to Miris and be like, well, it's your turn.
Let's do it.
As you just watched Atheros get turned to marble. Let's fucking do it.
Rolling 1d6, Ian, if that's how you want to do it, or you can choose your own number.
Yeah, or just choose the the minimal you have to draw is 2. That's the only real condition. You can draw as many cards technically as you wanted to. I don't recommend that, but you could.
I think I'll just stick with the minimum.
Okay.
So,
Slash R 2D100.
Oh yeah. Does my can we communicate with Atheros like telepathically?
That is a question I don't actually know. Let me see how petrification works with telepathy.
Well, would your telepathy still work if you're in those magical binds?
Oh shit! No, it won't.
And I'd hate to.
I mean, like,
Yeah.
even good.
Oh, Ebron probably. I don't know. I'm trying to find the petrification one.
Would Ebron know? What would I roll for that?
General intelligence check.
Well, I'm
You do
lost
not
in
know
thought.
if you can communicate with him.
So I would use one of my side eye to try to communicate with Atheros. Be like, anybody there?
Since it's your first one of the day, I believe it's free, if I'm not mistaken. So you, like,
Fuck yeah.
send out your telepathic message.
I would also link Biktun and Mira since they're next to me. Ooh, would it work with Biktun though?
You would try to link with Biktun, it would not catch. Same thing with
Okay.
Atheros. As you try to communicate with Atheros, you don't feel a connection. But you are able to make a connection with Miris. I just
Well,
this is one of those things where it's just like, you know,
let's
it's
hope
kind of like
this
Thor
connection
3.
lasts.
It's just like you're probably wondering how I got in this situation. Like a
Yeah.
great fucking opening to a flash forward on a show. I got
So, Miris,
Miris has to draw cards. He drew cards.
Yeah.
What do we got?
Oh, 44 and 68.
There's one that I drew but did not get to
Oh, yeah.
experience because the rest of them went away.
I'm just gonna tell you now, Miris, if you catch on fire, roll around on the ground.
Okay.
Well, I mean, he's a tiefling. He'll be fine.
Miris, as you draw this card, for the first time drawing the card, you see 2 white cards appear in your hands, and as you look at the first card, you see it looks like some form of like 2-dimensional drawing of like a priest standing over like someone who has been dead for a very long time, and it almost seems like they're rising out of the ground. Miris, at any time you choose within 1 year of drawing this card, you can cast the True Resurrection spell once without expending a spell slot or the required material components.
Oh,
You use
wow.
your casting modifier, so for you it'd be Charisma when you cast the
Okay.
spell. So within 1 year, you can cast the True Resurrection spell once for free.
Awesome.
Oh!
That's crazy. That was just the first one?
That was the first cut. I haven't gotten to the second one yet.
Nice.
Oh, I'm Marble. I can't say anything.
Oh, 68. It's one that we've drawn already. Miris, similar to Biktun, you gain telepathy out to 90 feet.
Ooh. Wow. And that's
I feel
just
like my,
Oh, we did get that one before.
I feel like my abilities are getting nerfed. Well,
I got something witty for this. Hold on. Nah, I got nothing.
Okay, can we go try to figure this out?
there's no we, because
Yeah.
I can't lift you. He's a statue, and I doubt Miris, no offense, bud, but he's like 400 pounds. I'm not tag teaming lifting him with you. We can't do that.
Yeah, I understand that.
So I could leave you here with them, and hopefully somebody's at the house of the Morning Lord, because I don't have anything to undo what he did.
Yeah.
And I would point towards Biktun. I possibly could help you, but I don't know. I definitely would probably want to get Irini and Ono over here as well. Ooh, my psionic links. I have to see the people. Fuck, never mind. It's like I could try to link with those two. So if you want to stay here and watch those two, I can run over to the house of the Morning Lord real quick and try to maybe get somebody to undo Atheros here.
Sure, I could do that.
Yeah.
And then I would cast Darkness on Biktun, and I would start running toward the House of the Morning Lord.
Just for giggles?
Just for giggles.
Just for giggles, okay. It's already pretty dark in town, but Biktun, you've been able to see the torchlight from like other sources. You see like the marble Atheros in like his drawn card position, and then it's just
Okay.
darkness. And then you can hear the sounds of Ibrin just walking away.
Before I try to do anything here, potentially, is there even like hypothetically? I don't need to know the exact anything. Is there cards that could assist me in getting out of here?
Let me take a quick look here.
I love that the scale of the map is incorrect for that. So just like, yes, I can't darkness on this.
was just saying that in my head. I'm like, so I've never had to do that before, but apparently I cast that on the entire town. Recent buff I got, guys. Don't worry.
Hypothetically, there is at least 2 cards that could help you get out of this situation.
Pierce, please put it by my mouth. Find my mouth and put it by. I need to get out of here.
I should
doesn't
specify.
have
There's
the
2
deck
cards
I
that
do.
you could draw. There is 1 card that Miras could draw. That would
I
help.
thought you gave him to him to draw.
To draw, yeah. So I hold it for him to draw the 2 cards, or does he? Okay, so I guess to specify, could I hold the deck and he draw it, or does he physically have to have the cards?
Yeah,
to
somebody
draw?
else could hold the deck. You just have to declare. It doesn't have to attune to anybody. So like literally anybody could draw cards from the deck.
So I would have held the deck for him to draw. That way, none of the shenanigans happens while I'm gone.
So it's like I'm taking. It's like taking. Hey, you're too drunk to drive. I'm taking your car keys.
That's fine. Just know that.
You'll get it. You'll get it back.
Just no, it's too late for that. Just know that Biktun will never ever forgive you for this.
I mean, that's fine. I'm quite literally the only person here that can get you out of your chain, so I could just never do that either.
That's fine, but I mean, cool. Just know that if you do in the future, I might not help you.
And the same applies to you.
I would like to envision that you're shouting this down the alleyway, but I could be wrong.
Well, it depends on if he's still around.
That depends on how far I got running already.
Right.
Anyway, as Miras babysits in the in the little grotto, off to a little hideaway to the side of the town hall. Ibrin, after a few minutes of walking, a minute or so if you run, you would reach the house of the Morning Lord, be greeted by a familiar set of alkalites who you had seen earlier that day, and you would see, upon getting into like the chapel once again, you would see Mishan. She seems to be like uttering a prayer and like maybe helping someone who's in need up close to the altar, and the person would like look to her. And as like the healing effect that she's doing like fades, they would like give her a bow and like in a prayer like position akin to the House of the Morning Lord, you would just hear them say, "The Morning Lord guide you. Thank you, Mishan." And she just like gives them a yes. Have a great night. May the Morning Lord guide you as well. And like this like towns member just kind of leaves in a small hurry, and she kind of gives them a grin as they see you walk in, Ibrin. Ibrin, return so soon.
A guy would be kind of like fuddling with his hands, then rubs the back of his head. Yeah, so the deck that we have kind of turned one of our party members to stone. Do you have anything that can undo that? Can you cast anything?
I can, but it'll cost you some resources.
I mean, I can let you figure that out with Atheros when he gets unstonified here.
I mean, to cast the spell, I need resources.
Oh, that way.
Not a donation to the church this time.
Oh, well, what do you need?
I need diamonds.
That's great. I kind of gave you all the diamonds I had.
You did. Give me one moment. Give me one moment. Let me go check the back room. And she, like, disappears. I forgot you did that. She disappears into the back.
While
And-
she's disappearing, I would communicate with Mirrors. Be like, so, do you have a diamond by chance? Because I have a feeling she might have used all mine.
Yeah, I don't have one of those.
Cool. You want to ask Biktun if he has a diamond?
Sure. Biktun, do you have a diamond?
Fuck no.
Yeah, he doesn't have one either.
Great. Let's hope she didn't use all the diamonds I have. Otherwise, we need to find a diamond. And it's 10 o'clock at night.
As she comes back out of the room, much quicker than your past experiences, you would see that she holds in her hand a singular diamond. This is one of them that was probably worth about 200 gold pieces on its own. So not very big, but big enough for the purposes of the spell. You're in luck. I do still have one left. I panicked for a moment, but this one must have been pulled out of the pouch at one point. I do have one. Where did this happen? And she's not mad. She's just disappointed.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same. Don't worry, there's a other issue we have, but if you want to follow me, I can show you.
Yes, please take me to them.
The D8 I rolled is for how many hours my link with
good
Mirrors
call.
will be.
Good call. As the two of you begin making your way back from the House of the Morning Lord, Mirrors, I want you to make a perception check for me.
The darkness does
For
dissipate
shits and
after.
giggles,
a bit.
Biktun, I want you to make. Biktun, I want you to make one as well. Is it after 10 minutes or a minute for that darkness?
10 minutes.
Okay, Biktun, I want you to make a perception check with disadvantage. Miris, as like you're babysitting over the statues, you would see a silhouette in the distance that looks vaguely familiar, like the shape of Ono. Does not seem to notice you guys are here. He seems to be walking, seems to be a book in their hand.
Hey there.
Do you speak verbally or telepathically? They are a bit far away. They might not hear you unless you shout at them verbally.
Telepathically.
Okay. As you say, hey there, as the figure's like about to walk out of your eyesight, it being a brief moment, like as you like look into town and you see like the torchlight, the figure stops. Miris? Miris, how did you get in my head?
Well, about that.
I don't recall you being able to do that before.
Yeah, so we acquired something called the Deck of Many Things, and I may have drawn a card from it, and now I have telepathic powers.
I have clearly been out of the loop for a long time here, and where are you? I don't see you anywhere. And you see like the figure begins like looking around in the distance. Are you a ghost? Where are you?
We're nearby. I think I can see you, but yeah, you're kind of far away.
All right, it's no perception check time. Well, I haven't the slightest idea where you are. Are you? You gotta be somewhere close by, unless you can do this. Are you like Ibrin? Can you project this over a long distance? Ibrin can do it for like a mile.
Not exactly. I think it works within like 90 feet or something. So we're somewhat close by.
Are you? And he like looks like into the alleyway. Is that you? Is that you right there? Hey, Miris! And he like shouts it out loud.
Hey, yeah, yep, we're in that direction.
And you would hear, you would see the familiar. Well, those of you who aren't made of marble would see. No, you know what? It's just Miris because the darkness hasn't disappeared. Miris, you would see the familiar sight of Oh No, come up and see he would just see a globe of darkness, and he would see Atheros made of marble with all of his stuff. And he just like he raises his finger to like begin asking questions, and then you see the finger like clench back down like into like his hand. I have a lot of questions for what has happened here. And he like looks and sees Atheros as a marble statue, and then like looks away. I'm assuming that this was from that too. And like Biktun, now you can hear Oh No is like near you and Miris.
Hey, what up, Ono?
Oh my god, Biktun became a ball of darkness!
What? No?
Well, where?
I can't
wait,
move, though.
Miris, what happened?
So, more than one of us drew cards from the deck of many things, and that's kind of how we got. Yep.
Oh. Okay. He like, keeps saying like okay over and over again. A little bead of sweat comes down his brow. This is an interesting predicament that we're in. Oh, okay. Do you think maybe Mishan can do something about his about Athros's statue-ness? Is that where? I'm assuming someone went to go ask that. I'm assuming that it wasn't just the three of you.
Nope. Ibrin went and is going to get help from him.
With my stealth skill, I kind of feel like right when he says that, I want to pop up like right behind him, be like, yes, be here.
Jesus! Hi, Ibrin. You look worse for wear. Did you start on fire? What?
I don't want to talk
What
about
kind
it.
of shenanigans do you get into when I'm not with you? Kitty! What's going on with you? And I feel like at this point the darkness would like dissipate and Ono would finally see you restrained on the ground in your spectral chains.
Listen, things happened, moves were made, and moves will continue to be made. I
mean, you're your own free cat. I'm not gonna tell you not to do things, but I just hope you know the weight of a deck of many things.
Well, it's not directly that. Ibrin, you want to show him what it actually is here?
I would in my left hand. Like, I'm grasping it, so it's like 0% chance getting out of my hands, and it's encapsulated and closed. So there's this. You draw 2 cards at minimum, and whatever happens, happens. So, like, my burnt armor and everything is because I caught on fire for a whole minute. Even to the point where Biktun thought he could put me out by peeing. The alcohol we consumed last night actually started to make his pee catch on fire. The fire was that strong.
You missed it.
Atheros pulled a card, and next thing I know, I blinked, and he's a stone statue. That's why I had to go to the House of the Morning Lord, grab our compatriot here, who luckily still had one of the diamonds I gave the dragon fight, and she is going to put Atheros back to normal, hopefully. And then fucking Miris and Biktun both gained telepathy, so my powers are just getting kind of nerfed here. I'm a little irritated about that, but I can go up to a mile. They can go up to 90 feet, so
And
I'm just
and
useless within
Ibrin,
100 feet.
keep in mind that I think like yours is two-way communication. Anytime Ono was talking to you, Miris, he was talking out loud. So for you it's like one way. It's kind of like yeah, it's like one-way telepathy. So like you and Biktun could talk in your minds because you both have it, but like if you tried to talk to somebody who didn't have telepathy, you'd be able to talk to them and maybe spook them, or like use it for your whatever you wanted, but like they wouldn't be able to communicate back to you. It's not a two-way street. So
I didn't know that. I thought it was two-way.
yeah, no, telepathy, unless it specifies you can communicate back and forth, it's always one way. So like, yeah, so like theirs is one way. They can do it to each other in their minds, but they can only do it one way to any of you. You can do it to anybody you're linked with, and it'd be two-way communication, which is pretty cool. So your powers aren't nerfed. It's just maybe everybody's just slowly gaining Ibrin's stuff.
People can keep talking in the head like I can.
Before I
Alright,
get
well-
into Mishan doing her thing, I'm going to use the restroom quick. So if anybody needs to get up, pee, get snacks, beverages, whatever, gonna take just a small break here, and then we'll be back.
Does Biktun still want to draw cards while he's wrapped up?
Absolutely.
How many
He's
more?
convinced.
Change his opinion at all about the deck of many things.
He's convinced that much like Homer Simpson, the deck is the cause of and the solution to all of life's problems.
I thought of something, but I'm marble right now, so I can't really say what it is, and I don't know if my character will know because he was marble when it happened. But I thought of something that might work. Might be a little crazy, but it might work.
Might be a little crazy, but it just might do it.
It's definitely crazy. I don't know if Biktun would be for it.
Biktun
we
is
killed-
technically chaotic now, so
What if we killed Biktun and then brought it back? Is that what you're thinking?
Mirror's got true resurrection. It's like, well, if you kill him, then would the magic stop because he's dead? And then you
So is
just
that
bring him
free
back to life?
resurrection? Does that bring him back to full health or just like 1 HP?
Yeah, that's like the greatest thing we probably could have gotten out of the deck. Or it's one of those crazy. I'll have to look it up, but it's basically like you just revive someone.
Personally, I would rather save that because you can stabilize him once you're
Oh, yeah,
demarbled
it
here.
is. Okay, so yeah, it's a level 9 spell, so highest level spell you can get. And if they have died in the last 200 years, you can resurrect them. So long as they were
Did
die
you say
of old age.
200 years?
200. Yeah, this is an absurd spell.
Jesus Christ.
Takes an hour to cast though. But yeah, and also like the actual spell costs 25,000 gold pieces worth of diamond.
Wait, how long does it take to cast?
An hour.
So we couldn't be like in a battle. You go down and he casts it. Damn, that sucks.
Yeah, it sucks in that regard, but most times if you're in battle, you just use like healing word or a healing spell once they're on death saving throws, and you don't even have to bother with this.
Damn, that kind of ruined my plot.
Yeah,
I was like, he could totally use that during one of the next fights. If like
No.
Biktun goes down, since he's a tank.
pretty much all of the resurrection spells are like this too. So if you die in a battle, you're not being brought back in that battle.
yeah, without like a wish spell, basically.
Doesn't Wish still have a casting time though?
It might. I wouldn't be surprised.
I can't imagine too many people have ever used it in battle.
It's also one of those things where once you get to that higher of a level, there's usually other options for like killing stuff. Wish, and there's limitations to the wish spell as well. You can't just say whatever you want and you get it.
Yeah.
Wonder if I hold the deck and just like rub it against your face, does that count as you pulling it or me?
Well, you have to
person pulling
declare
cards
it.
has to
So
declare, yeah.
yeah.
So if you declare like 16 cards, so I have to do that like 16 times.
Well, he can't if he's petrified.
No, I'm saying you personally. Biktun, not Ben.
Yeah.
Oh, me?
So, Biktun,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
can keep pulling cards if you help him.
Biktun would very much appreciate that.
The other thing is,
I'm gonna
like,
help Biktun.
at this point, I feel like
I
a
just
lot
want to
of
make sure no
them
more
won't
chaos was going on.
do anything because he can't do the whole magically restrained thing. So the ones that would happen probably aren't going to be the greatest one. So
The ghost of death appears and stabs you.
Ben, I hope we get a chance to unveil our
oh yeah.
backup plan.
Uh-huh.
Oh, here, let me send it to you.
Oh.
I did revise it.
I was surprised with how well it turned out, though.
It was really good. Now we both have it.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, I was just like, huh, I'd probably have one of these just because of this deck.
Yeah.
It's ready to go.
I feel like next time we get a chance, we should just write it down.
Yeah. Now that I can read and write 10 languages,
Is that what you got before you got petrified?
yeah. So he gave that to me, even though that was supposed to be the second one. So he was nice, so that now I can actually read and write. And then he turned me to stone.
And 10 languages, too.
10 total languages. The way it is worded, it sounded like even the language that I previously knew, I wouldn't then be automatically know how to read and write those languages. So I had to pick those languages again, like common, so I can actually write in common now. Still, had a good selection of languages.
Yeah.
You got that, but you didn't get like a +2 to intelligence with that, correct?
Nope. It was just 10 languages that I can read and write.
Yeah, I saw that.
me.
I saw that card when I was looking it up.
So what 10 did you end up picking?
I think we should let
Or
the
does,
total decide.
or does he pick that?
I'm assuming I gotta pick them, and I already did, so...
Oh, okay.
Is it 10 more on top of what you already have, or like the 3 that you have, or 3 that...
So I knew 4 languages beforehand, but I could only speak them. The way this card was written, it sounded like if I want to be able to read and write any of those 4 languages, I'd have to pick them again as one of my 10. So to keep things just easy and simple, I selected those 4 and then an additional 6, which is still a crazy number of languages.
Right.
So hopefully I'll be able to talk to pretty much everything that we encounter.
Yeah, you are now the group's polyglot, essentially.
Yeah. And now that we found Ono again,
Yeah, we'll have a chance at freeing me.
yeah. So
Dakota call in at this point?
I don't know. Where's the toilet?
I was gonna say I'm gonna battle with the toilet over here, falling in.
Yeah. But no, for the
Backs.
lockpicking the shackles, I'm trying to think the best way to do it. Because if I can give you guidance, that's 1d4, and then you have a +3 for proficiency bonus, and then a
+4 for Dex.
that's +7 there.
Plus possible inspiration die. If you find Rainy.
Yeah. So potentially another d8.
But we still have to
Then
figure
you
out.
still have to roll
that
high
my-
on your d20.
Also, Ono is proficient in Thieves' Tools as well, but his proficiency adds up to the same as yours.
So would we be able to parlay that into maybe advantage?
I would argue you would have be able to. I would argue you'd be able to give advantage based off of like if the two of you try to work together to pick that lock, quote unquote.
So is there a physical lock that we can see that is plausible to getting picked, or are we
Given
just like
that
assuming?
it does say that you could use Thieves' Tools, I would argue there is a big old lock on his
So there's-
chains.
Chains wrapped around him and a giant lock on his chest, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, more or less. I mean, they are tight. Are we ready to continue? Sorry, I took forever. I will explain why when we're done for tonight. It's a very, very big deal. Anyway, as Ibrin meets up with the party by sneaking up and scaring Ono, Mishan would see a petrified, a marble statue of Atheros, and completely restrained Biktun down on the ground. And again, she's not mad, she's just disappointed, is the look on her face. As she looks to Atheros, I'm assuming this is who you needed, this is who you needed me to help.
Yeah. Kinda.
Okay. You would see Mishan, she places her hand, I would say on Atheros' forehead, and then begins uttering a divine prayer of some form to the Morning Lord. And you guys would watch as the diamond itself dematerializes into dust and becomes little particles up in the air. But as it does that, shortly afterward, you would see the form of Atheros once again reappearing as his normal self, the marble kind of breaking away from his physical form. Atheros, as she does this, you would see, starting head and going down, Mishan's hand is on your forehead as she's uttering a prayer, as you gain eyesight and then the ability to breathe and then use your mouth, and then the rest of your body will crumble away from the marble as you are no longer petrified.
That was scary.
I believe I warned you of what might happen.
Yeah. Hank? Again, I look around, and is Ono there?
Ono is here, as he's looking down at Biktun and kind of analyzing the lock that's currently restraining him, and maybe uttering something to himself.
I just start, oh no, it's so good to see you again, and run over and give him a hug.
I want to roll an insight check on that. Considering we both got obliterated drunk the other day being mad at him.
I mean,
Yeah,
you can if you feel that if if Ibrin is being deceitful, or
You get
if
advantage.
he's
You get advantage.
yeah, okay.
I'll give you advantage on
Okay.
it.
Is Atheros being genuinely so excited to see Ono?
Yeah. Oh no,
Yeah.
family. He fucked up. Well, I'm not gonna abandon him over that. I was mad in the moment, but we good now.
It's just out of left field, so I'm a little caught off guard. And that's why I'm like, wait, you're
It's
that's
not out of left field for Atheros. He's just
that's,
in
that's
the moment.
As you like tackle him with a hug. I'm really happy to see you too, Atheros. When we figure out this predicament, I have something for you. As he's like just happy that you're like not mad at him anymore.
Yeah. So I looked down and like he said he was carrying some books, right?
Yes.
Can I read the titles of the book?
Well, I mean, you get to choose which languages you want, but yes, in common, you can officially read and write in common now. So you'd be
look
able
at
to
the
read the
book.
title of the book, and the title of the book would be, God, fuck, I wasn't expecting you to actually ask me that question.
We don't need the actual title, but like
You
I
can
looked
read
down
the, you look at the book and you can read the title of the book.
Yeah, and like I put my finger down and like I start reading the title of the book. It's like, oh, the stone fixed my eyes. I can read now.
Atheros, I knew you were so smart.
All right, but we gotta pick two.
Yeah, I see this, and this is like an insane. This is an insane lock that's on him. I'm getting some serious reverb.
I give a pat on the back. It's like, don't worry, I believe you. You can do this. I give him guidance.
well, we should probably find Arini first, so she can help out before we start doing any rolls here. Or doing any lock
no.
picking.
I'm just trying to hype him up. Yeah, you got this.
Yeah,
He doesn't have this.
yeah. I can do it. I can do it. As
No, we can do it.
we can do it. We can do it. Let's just let's just try. Ibrin, let's do it. Let's figure this out. If we can't do it without her, we'll figure out where she is. We'll find her.
Yeah, you can try again, right? Just keep trying until you get it. What's the worst that could happen?
I'm gonna look at Atheros kind of side-eyed. I don't know, catch on fire, turn to stone,
The con with this check is it's a dexterity check.
and then
So-
I'm gonna gesture towards Biktun. This happens.
Turning to stone made me be able to read now. Okay.
It also
think that's
costed
win
a
for me.
diamond too, dude. You have money
Well-
to buy another diamond?
I checked my
I'll just
pockets.
another damn
Wait, I didn't have a
diamond.
diamond before. I'm good.
A lot of diamonds. All right.
Yeah.
I would help and give the advantage to roll.
Watch him have some spell that just unlocked it. Or was that one of the things that you couldn't unlock it with, the knock spell?
I don't believe you can. It has to be either a disintegrate, which would be like, I would assume you're like 7th level spells or higher, or a DC 30 dexterity check with thieves' tools.
Atheros
okay,
gave
with
the
advantage.
guidance to. Oh no.
Right.
Yeah.
So for Ono to do it, it would technically... Ooh. So it's a dexterity-based roll, so Ono's not going to have as high of a modifier as what Ibrin does, but it's also plus 1d4. If he gets a 4 on the d4 and he gets a crit, he would have just enough to freaking do it.
All question marks means max rolls, right?
If only. As Ono masterfully tries to unlock the lock on Biktun, Ibrin, you watch as he's being very meticulous with the picks themselves trying to get in, and you can hear him like just uttering things like, okay, I'm past the first tumbler and the second one, and then like he gets to like the third like tumbler, and given the quality of this lock, the tumblers are quite small and sensitive, and he like trips it wrong and it like resets the lock. Snarks. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this one. This one might be more up your alley there, even. You're a lot better quick working with your hands than I am. Don't take that out of context.
Although this can be true, I would still like to get Irini over here to help out as well. Do you have any clue where she is?
She joined me over to Beefit and Meffit for a little while, and then she got bored, and I think her and Matra, I think they might have went back to the ship, but that was a while ago, so they might be in town somewhere. We can probably go look for them, or, wait, hold on, I got Gebetto here, and he, like, looks down, and, like, his homunculus is, I'm gonna say it's a little smaller than Biktun's.
Speaking of homunculuses, where's Biktun's at this time?
It would be arriving in about now. We'll say about now. As Ono gets ready to send off Gebetto to go find Irini, another homunculus appears, and Ono's just like, "You're not mine." But
No, his name is Vegetto.
Vegetto and Gebetto. I'm dying. I will make him a character sheet at some point because he does have one. But Vegetto, did you? Is this another card?
Yes.
I feel like I'm obligated to have to draw cards too.
Do it.
I'd look at Biktun.
Not right now. Not
Do
right
it
now.
right now.
I can't.
This
is more important. He's stuck on the ground.
My hand that
could
has
help
the
you.
deck would be like in his face. Just say the number and then card.
The card
Yeah,
will
we'll
help
draw
you
two
unlock
at
the
least.
lock.
Yeah, maybe you'll get a bonus to help us.
Somebody make a persuasion check with advantage because he has peer pressure. And he has to make a wisdom save. This is a flat roll. Okay, fine.
I hold the deck and I point it right towards him. You
There-
have to
you
draw
can
at
pull
least two. That's the
Up to
requirement.
97.
96.
I thought it was 97.
There's 97.
Yeah.
No.
He rolled 36 and 34. Oh no. So, this is gonna get great real fast.
Well,
oh
yeah,
no.
I know what 34 is.
Oh no, hold on. I'll just so you know I'm not joking with you, let me just reveal his rolls to everyone. His first card is, at any time you choose within 1 year of drawing this card, you can ask a question in meditation, and mentally receive a truthful answer to that question. Besides information, the answer helps you solve a puzzling problem or other dilemma. In other words, the knowledge comes with wisdom and on how to apply it. And then, immediately upon drawing this card, a very, very familiar looking set of spectral chains appears out of the card around him, and Ono is now permanently restrained.
I imagine he just gets like enveloped, wrapped around, and just gets plopped down on the ground right next to Big
I
Tim.
foresee that being the case.
Oh,
Yeah.
I guess that is the worst that could happen.
Yeah. At least he's a lot
Well,
lighter than the
yeah.
other guy.
Hey, Kitty is not that heavy,
He's like 8 of you.
but he's not that heavy. I mean, this doesn't really help as he's like trying to wiggle and he just like can't move. These things
So
are
do we know
freaking
what the card
thorny.
you drew does, by chance?
The other one?
Yeah. Or does only he know?
I mean, only he knows, but he would tell you. Like, it, so I can post its official description in chat if you want.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm just wondering, like, hey, with that card you drew, you could ask how to get out of these chains. Like, real quick. Right? Like, what's the combination to the lock? Is it like 666?
It doesn't specify that this is magical. Could argue that he can use it right now.
Yeah, 'cause it's just asking in meditation.
It is asking in meditation. I could ask and get an answer to this question. I suppose. Whether it's about how to unlock the lock or to get access to disintegrate, one of the two.
Yeah, like how to get a magical key that will just automatically unlock it, maybe?
I could do that. But while the answer might be it might be helpful, what if it's not in town?
Ooh, you're right.
How about we use that question to figure out where Matra's sister is?
But we don't actually need to
I feel like
ask it that. I just it's stuck on my side now. The book the book I found at the library, it's about some of the structures around Vas'Kai, and I know where we have to go. I guess long story short, these things are really spiky. You're lucky you got
Yeah,
four,
it's not
Kitty.
great.
Well, Atheros, you want to pick up Biktun?
Sure.
Nearest, if you can carry Ono. You want to grab him and
Stupid peer pressure.
Nishan, we appreciate your help. If Biktun allows it, you can draw 2 cards if you want to get on this. Otherwise, we should probably go find the rest of our party. And
I'm going to pass,
It-
but I do hope that we make better decisions in the future. May the Morning Lord guide you.
and he was.
Always good
This
to have
town has a
hope.
lot. This town has
Yeah.
more faith in us than they should probably have.
Yeah.
I'm starting to think that too.
Okay. You said the last place you saw him was at the flying vessel.
The last
So we
place they
should-
said they were going to go was the ship.
Well, yeah, let's go back
So-
to the ship.
Yeah. I'd say let's go there.
The
Okay.
whole time I'm just cradling Biktun in my arms like he's a giant baby.
Hey.
Maris, how you holding Ono during this time?
By the ankle, just breaking him.
Maybe I'll just sling them over my shoulder or something.
Sack of potatoes. Alright, yeah. Alright, we're gonna make our way to our flying ship here.
Maris, your shoulders are very comfortable. Just how you should
My-
know that.
Why, thank you.
He says that to everyone.
I do not. I'm just
You give him a
impressed you
side eye
can
look
read
like-
now. As you guys make your way back to the ship, it takes a little bit to climb up the ladder embedded within the side of the ship, but you're able to successfully carry Biktun up the ladder and approach the top deck. Walking inside, you can hear commotion coming down from the from at least the second story, and you can hear the familiar voices of Irini and Matra, as the two of them together have gotten into some of the remaining liquor that was in the barrel.
Is that little child with them at all? Maybe they can mess with these
He
chains.
definitely would be able to cast Disintegrate.
You, I would say that as you were on the top story, you would see, cause like there's a small, like where the doorway is, there's like on each side like 2 sets of stairs that lead up to like just like a slightly higher elevation on the top deck. You would have seen the child of the Red Sun, watching as you all kind of approached, and didn't directly like come to try and strike conversation, but they're there. They're on the ship.
Hey! Do you know how to remove these chains? Can you do that?
Oh, that is something fully within my power. For a price.
I mean, the prices were letting you come with us. And, I mean, we can only do what we can if we have all of our party. So if we don't have all of our party, we can't really do anything. And nothing of your agenda happens.
I'm clearly the strongest of the group, right, guys? Right?
I
Not
start
at the
flexing.
current moment.
I don't know. My muscles look a little bigger than yours. Let's see how big your bicep it is.
I'm trying to get him to. What?
Yeah, sure. That's right. I'm stronger.
But you see, travel with all of you was part of the renegotiation with your currently bound friend here.
Well, let's renegotiate the renegotiation.
Right, but traveling and doing everything we need to do can't really do that with two people who are out of commission at the moment.
I do believe that more of you could pilot this ship should the need arise besides Ono. It doesn't impede your ability to travel. This moment here is merely a small pothole along the way.
What if we let you draw from the deck?
I was just thinking the same thing.
Oh, that's cool
you
stuff,
want
dude.
to. You know it would be fun. Come on.
I am well aware of the effects of that deck that you carry.
So that's perfect then. You should know that it's perfect.
But you see, I have all the power that I could ever want. Why would I want to draw from this deck?
Because you could
Be
have
fun.
more.
Think of what could happen. Anything could
Get
happen.
money.
Yeah. It's honestly the most exciting thing to ever do. There's nothing like it.
As you mentioned money, the Child of the Red Sun would snap their fingers, and the equivalent of 50,000 gold pieces appear behind them, crackling, like clanking along the ground. And they would snap their fingers again before any of the coins got too far and dissipated all away. I have no need for money. A renegotiation of the deal, though, that is something I would be interested in.
I'm not.
All the same terms, except I give you 5 high fives.
Okay, I'm down for renegotiating if that's the deal. Otherwise, no.
And how would you like to renegotiate this deal, Atheros Ebrin?
I prop up Ono and be like, Ono's gonna help us renegotiate. He already has experience renegotiating deals 1.
Sorry about that again, by the way.
Yeah,
I don't
it's alright.
think you're really that sorry, but continue.
What do you want out of? What would you want out of your end of the negotiation? The child, the red. What do we even call you?
Under my breath, pain in the ass.
Spartan.
Little buddy.
Doesn't seem fazed by the names. What I would seek is truly the last piece of the deal that was in any way truly important to me. While I have no desire to do so, should my ideals change, I would like to renegotiate the piece of the deal, or should I break my contract with all of you, that I don't return to the amulet, and instead return to the Far Realm.
See, we want something small like getting the chains off. You want everlasting, freedom.
Do you want your friends free or not? How badly do you
I
want
was just
those
asking if
chains
you could
broken?
do it as a convenience we could do it ourselves, but if you could save us the 5 minutes, that would be nice.
I look over at Ono, I'm like, how far away is the far realm? Like, it's called far realm. It's gotta be really far, right? Like, he wouldn't ever be able to come back here. He's that far away, right?
I mean, the far realms are far away, but there's passages and channels. He could eventually find his way back. It's hers. I don't know you.
Irene!
Sup?
Petra! Can I borrow you too?
That depends. Can you beat this? Can you beat Matra in a game of cards?
I can beat anybody
It
in a
might
game
be
of
too drunk
cards.
to be useful.
Just
I
give
mean-
me.
Biktun could be my proxy. Could you give me some inspiration? Could you do a little ditty?
I can do a little ditty. Just watch this. You just hear her like bellowing from inside, and she plays her lyre, the worst you've ever heard her play. Like, Irene is very good at playing the lyre. This is a performance that would definitely get her booed off stage. How's that? And you feel a note of inspiration.
Kind of like the neck twitches and hinges a little bit. That was great.
Fuck
Um,
yeah!
Atheros, can you help me out too? Give me a little bit of that special sauce, that guidance.
I give him a thumbs up. And you have guidance.
Okay.
This
Don't-
should be entertaining.
Really. Huh. Can you prop like Ono next to Biktun and him kind of help me walk through it and still give me the advantage? Or help?
He does have a voice. I would say
So he can.
he has experience with the lock on Biktun.
Okay.
I would argue you could get advantage on the Biktun roll.
Okay. So 1d4 plus the 1d8. Dex check or dex ability.
So it'd be
Your sleight of hand skill.
Yeah.
Right.
So it would Tinker Tools would have their own proficiency, so it would be your dexterity modifier plus 3 for your proficiency bonus.
So am I doing dex or sleight of hand then?
Well, it's a deck. It's a. Okay, give me a second. It would be so because not all. Because it would be a d20 plus 7 plus 1d4 plus 1d8. Or 2d20, sorry, because you have advantage. Because it's technically a different proficiency from sleight of hand, because you can use
Oh.
thieves' tools with other skills. It's just you have proficiency in a set of tools, so you're better at using it than other people. So it would be 2d20 plus 7 plus 1d4 plus 1d8. Oof. As Ono is trying to walk you through picking this lock, you get to the point where he struggled too. It's like, you gotta watch out for that fourth little tumbler. It's a tricky one, Ebron. And as you move forward, you click through that one, but there's still more tumblers beyond that, and you trip the next tumbler, and it resets the lock back to where it was. God, the snarks.
So it gave me a +0 at one point. Wouldn't that be +3?
Yes.
I still would have failed because it's not the DC
Yeah.
30,
Yeah, it
but I'm
should be
just
a
curious
D4.
overall.
Yeah, it should be D4 plus 3 instead of +0. So it would be it'd be a 22 instead of a 19.
Outside. Irene! I need another ditty.
Hold on, let me just take a drink quick. And then you hear a really sad, like 3 notes played on the lyre. Her performances are getting worse. As you still feel a note of inspiration, but you're unsure if she's going to be able to do that again or pass out. It's a gamble.
Well, guys, this might have to wait till morning if I don't get in on this one. Atheros, can you help me out again, bud? Thumbs up.
Do like the thumbs in the middle, like in what was it, the Gladiator movie? Like, start to lean down and then give you a thumbs up.
All right. Well, let's try that again.
Yes.
I don't know why it's giving it a +0 there, but it'd be a 18. You don't even make it as far as you did last time before you trip the tumbler again, and it resets back to where it was.
Okay, well, maybe Biktun, since you had it first, yours is harder. Let's try Ono's. My guy's getting visibly frustrated now. Marini, do you got another ditty in you?
You don't hear any response from Marini.
Fuck. Atheros, you got that thumbs still?
I look at my hands, I don't see any thumbs. I'm like, I don't think I can. I'm like, no, I got you.
Above table, we can't stack guidance, can we?
No.
That's what I thought. Alright, let's try Ono.
Closer.
25.
25? Okay, well, I think you guys might be stuck this way for the night until Irini's sober and we can get some extra help here.
There's always renegotiating your deal.
Now! Shut up.
I already told you the terms of the deal. I give you 5 high five.
How about you just do it out of the kindness of your heart? Or do you not have one? I guess you're going to snap your fingers and pull your heart out of your chest?
I could
Or
if I wanted to.
Out of a jar, maybe?
You already have your answer.
Is it in a jar of dirt? Do you have a jar of dirt?
Let's be real. He can't do it. Trying to goad him into doing it.
Not that powerful.
No, he's just bluffing because he thinks we're gonna kill him at the first opportunity, which will probably be easy. I mean, look how tiny he is.
Oh yeah, he's a kid. What's he gonna do? Throw a temper tantrum?
Stares at you all with a cheeky grin on his face. It won't work.
He
That's fine.
just admitted it. It won't work.
I've lived eons beyond your comprehension.
How many
Fallen through
eons?
such verbal abuse.
How many eons? How old? How many years, actually?
Longer than the gods
curious.
have walked this realm.
Well, I mean, how long? That's not a time.
I think he created time.
I can say with certainty I did not create time. I
Oh,
still
see,
abide
yeah,
by
it's
its
not powerful, it's weak as shit.
flow.
Yeah.
It's not even abuse. It's just the truth. Cool. I can make it look like there's money behind me.
Yeah.
Enjoy your restraints. You might be there a while.
Whatever.
Enjoy not having your freedom. It might be that way till we all die, and then you're still in the same boat.
Yeah. Trapped for eons.
So, do you
Should
want to
try.
grab Biktun? Miris, do you want to grab Ono? We can go ahead by the going on. And I'm going to continue to talk loud enough to where if this person's talking, that we just talk over them, essentially.
Hearing you talk, they try to start a sentence, they stop, and they just let you talk.
If Atheros grabbed Biktun and Miris grabbed Ono, I imagine we'd go find where the girls are and see what the hell's going on.
As you,
Yeah.
you venture inside. The ship is much nicer, Biktun, in temperature, compared to the outside without your ring of warmth. it's cozy. It's decent. You feel the bit of snow that's been on your beard-like mane begins to kind of melt off as you make your way inside. And what you would see as you step down to the other deck is you see like Irini plastered next to the barrel of the wine, and you would see Matra with like a super red flushed face, and like a passed out spit. As she looks and she sees all of you, she's like sitting like leaning up against the barrel, like she's not gonna be moving anytime soon. She could try, but she's gonna just immediately fall over. She like sees you carry in Biktun and Odo. She just bursts out laughing. I can't control it.
I mean, alternatively, you guys could just let me keep drawing, and that'll help.
How many? You know what? Fuck it. How many do you want? I grabbed the deck out.
I mean, take like 30 or 40.
Please.
You gotta commit to a number, and then you gotta pull that many.
I was gonna say, as soon as he says like 30 or 40, I'm gonna be hesitant and be like, let's try a smaller number first. How about like 3 or 4?
I mean,
If we're gonna draw cards, we should probably also get off the giant flying vessel we have now before something happens.
What's the worst that could happen?
Atheros,
it
we're
gets
not
magically
going
down.
over that
Oh, no,
again.
do you remember what happened when you said that when I drew cards, and now look at our predicament?
And you were in marble.
Marble flying ship would be pretty cool.
Except it would probably crash, fall, break, shatter, and now we don't even have the polar bears.
Well, but the ship's
would still
the
fly,
ship
right?
is sentient. I don't think it can draw cards. So
let me take 15.
How about 5?
That's the likelihood of pulling something is very small.
Why don't you just do it in chunks of 2? Just like, okay, 2.
I would be more comfortable with that.
I mean, you guys could
I
just
could-
roll me outside and just let me do it, and then you guys wouldn't have to be nearby to essentially,
what if I
you know, reap any of the bad consequences.
I could probably word my meditation question so that way it doesn't include the child. I could just ask, like, besides, like, other than the eldritch being on our ship, how could I, what's the fastest way for us to remove these chains or something?
How could one of the broken without outside help remove these chains within the next week, day?
Do you want me to do that? I just have to focus on it, but this would be giving away a good resource.
Yeah, that's for I don't
Let's-
know.
Let's wait till morning, till Irini's sober. We could try a few more times. If it doesn't work, then yeah, I'd say let's try that way.
Wait,
Nature
do
would
we
be
know
like-
anyone?
Sorry.
Do we know anyone in the town that might be a better lockpicker than Ebrin?
Maybe Black
Where's
Iron Blaze, just because they could maybe beat it off with their tools.
Yeah, or maybe they make locks there and they would know how to undo the locks. I don't know.
I would say
Or scrap sacks.
make an insight check, Atheros. You're smarter now than what you were. I would say an insight check on this one would be a great idea.
Still a 17.
Ebron's a very good lockpicker. So is Ono. Other than those two, you feel like the next best person that you've met in Brinchander might be maybe Scramsax because he was a former adventurer, but
Mhm.
you never really tested that skill, so it's kind of up in the air if he actually would be. He's the one who gives off the biggest feeling that that's possible.
Yeah, some of the adventuring he might have done might have been thievery.
All right,
Not
well,
specified.
you want to carry him and we can go visit Scram Daddy?
outside if he's still
I
awake.
look at Biktun. Yeah, look outside, see how dark it is. Like, is he even gonna be awake at this point? And how late is it? It's like midnight.
Almost 11. I would say that your
Almost.
time period here to get to the ship too would take time. I'd say it's about 11 o'clock.
Okay.
I mean, we could check, see if he's up. If not, you gotta go to Black Iron Blades anyway to pick up your armor.
Yeah.
You got new armor craft? You guys go on all the cool adventures.
Well, maybe you shouldn't leave without us. We're better together.
I was sad. You were mad. I needed to de-stress, and I read books when I need to decompress. When I get out of this bind, Atheros, I made you something. But it's stuck in my pocket, and I can't get it right now.
Alright. Yeah, let's just go to the North Look.
Let me just try one more time here. Fucking A, this is annoying!
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm having a great time.
No, Ebron would say that.
No, I know.
Alright, well,
Yeah, Ebron,
fucking-
a voice would appear in the back of your head. There's always renegotiating the contract.
There's always renegotiating the contract.
fucking lick my
Wait,
butthole,
wait.
why don't you?
What if part of the contract renegotiation is us making him draw a bunch of cards? Then that way, maybe he'll be magically bound in these shackles.
Ooh, you know, he has to draw all 97 cards. First. I'd be okay with that. Nah,
No, after he unlocks us.
if I've been around for eons, I might have a counter all 97 thing. I see
Yeah.
that as like most insultingly way possible.
He is an eldritch being. I wouldn't be surprised if he had something up his sleeve. She, I don't fucking know. I'm just gonna call him a he.
Yeah, why do you think he chose to look like a kid?
Probably childhood trauma. Neglect from his parents.
Does he even have
Abandoned.
I was gonna say, do eldritch beings even have parents?
Yeah, does he? Did he never have a childhood? That's why he's a kid. Maybe what he really wants is for us to all be his like adoptive stepdad, and we just take care of him. Yeah.
Daddy wasn't there to take me to the fair to change my underwear. No.
Yeah.
Are we
Sounds
off the
better when
ship?
Rudy sings.
I mean, are you guys officially going to the North Look?
Yeah, I figured we were going there,
Oh, okay.
so we can be
Then yeah.
walking and talking.
Yeah, okay. You descend the ship once again. Biktun, this time maybe hugged over your shoulder as you descend, with all your strength to keep him in place. Biktun, you get a very nice look at Atheros' ass as you're over the top of him.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna walk behind him and I'm gonna say, Biktun, say 2 cards.
This is 10 Town's ass.
I will let you do 2 cards. No more, no less.
Hey, hold it out and I'll do it.
I need you to say it first. Like,
It doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
I'm only holding this so we can actually get you out of this. Like, hold it up to his mouth.
10 cards.
I'm gonna take I'm gonna let him do it, and as soon as he says 10 cards, I'm gonna stop walking so that they continue to walk away.
You realize what happens if he doesn't draw the cards now, right? Like he's officially declared.
Right? Doesn't it automatically pull all 10 for him, or does he go
So-
one at a time?
The way it works is he declares the number. If he draws any less than that number, the other cards will automatically, one by one, begin to take effect. So he has to has to pull the cards, or if he doesn't
Okay.
pull the cards, they will take effect, regardless of if he pulled them out with his teeth and tongue.
I misunderstood that. I thought it was the other way.
Yeah, no, it's
Okay,
gonna
no.
happen.
You are insane. The nice thing is that half of these are magical effects, so some of them will be nullified, but there's a lot of them that aren't. So
Do I want to put
you're
him
pretty much
down?
eliminating half the deck.
Yep.
I'm scared.
Well, does Biktun say it loud enough for Atheros to hear it?
You got a lot of high rolls, holy shit.
If you set him down, can I
Okay.
put the deck next to his mouth so he pulls it that way?
Yeah, I'm putting him down.
I'm gonna put the deck on the side of his face so he can still pull out the cards with his tongue, and just take a couple steps back.
Because if
To be
something
exact.
happens to me, who else is gonna carry him to the Northlook? So yeah, I gotta.
I was gonna say to be exact, I'm gonna step
Oh.
back 35 feet.
Everyone gives Biktun some distance as I would envision, given that you
I guess-
physically can't hold them, that the cards would flutter around your face, specifically so you can see them as they take effect. Card 91.
I see that there's 2 cards in front of the one that's gonna do the same exact thing with right now.
How far away is everybody standing?
I got at least 35 feet.
I'm gonna stay a decent away just because.
If I
Yeah.
see Atheros going further than me away, I'm fine. I don't know about Maris.
I'm
I don't know
probably
if
gonna
the
stay
ladies
30
came
feet
with.
away, just knowing.
At this point, Biktun is just laughing.
Of course you are.
I'm standing behind Atheros essentially then at 35 feet.
Okay,
And I'm
30,
getting ready to fly just in case I need to.
35 feet. Okay. Well, that worked out convenient for this first card. Biktun, as you draw the first card, you see a set of armor appear. The armor has several like slit holes within the armor itself. And then you feel your armor weaken slightly. Biktun, for the next minute, you have vulnerability to piercing damage. You and all creatures within 30 feet of you. Given that Atheros was the person carrying you and he's 35 feet away, I'm going to assume the rest of the party is not within 30 feet. But they're just outside the range.
But do I really have vulnerability if I'm wrapped in these chains that I can't take?
I mean, they
Oh
can
yeah, if we
still
want to go up
attack
and
you.
stab you.
100%.
Yeah, we could.
They can fuck you up. For funsies. 75. You feel a magical effect try to take hold, but since all magic is suppressed on your person right now, it does not. It is negated. Hold on, how long does that last? It might take effect after you. Nope, that one would be most likely negated. Technically, it only lasts for up to an hour. I guess it depends on how quickly you get out of the lock. If you get out within an hour, it might actually take effect. 38. Biktun, once again beneath you, a pit opens up. I want you to roll 3d6 for me. You fall 50 feet down into the bottom of a pit. You take...
How big's the pit? 10 by 10?
10 by 10.
Yeah.
10 by 10 by
Okay.
50. You take 13 bludgeoning damage.
That's it?
Wait, no, it's maxed out. You take 30. You take 30 bludgeoning damage.
Alright.
You
Big
can't do
enough.
anything to save yourself.
Yeah, I walk
No
towards
worries.
the edge of the pit now so I can at least see down.
I'm good. Mostly.
Yeah,
Um,
we're gonna leave you down there till you finish all the cards, just so you know.
Okay.
as the cards fall down into the pit with you, spiraling in like a helix, as they do, they once again appear by your face. This next card, you see the image of what looks to be, I would say like a spider that's like crawling along a wall. You gain a climbing speed equal to your walking speed, and you gain the ability to move up, down, and across vertical surfaces and along ceilings while leaving your hands free. So you have basically three-dimensional movement now, with the exception of flight.
Does
Sweet.
he actually gain that, although being in the chains?
This is not considered a magical effect, because other creatures technically could have this naturally. So I
Yeah,
would say
he's
he
just a
gains
spider.
that when he
Spider
gains.
cat.
He can't use it right now, but he gains the ability to do so once he's free.
I mean,
That is broken, and I'm going to regret that later.
are his feet free of the chains? He could like penguin walk to get up.
I
It
think
would
he's
take
completely
forever.
restrained.
So my
he's
speed is
restrained, so-
0.
yeah, so he can't do anything.
Magically restrained.
Another magical effect tries to take place, but it is suppressed because of the chains that are currently on you. This next one's rather brief. The party's staying far away until you're done. This isn't even gonna matter. But for the next 12 seconds, because it says till the end of your next turn, because it's a wild magic. It's one of them from the wild magic table. You are frightened by the nearest creature until the end of your next turn. So for the next 10 seconds, anybody who would appear or anything that would appear would immediately cause you to freak the fuck out. But you just
So
fell
Be at
into
the
a
top of the
pit, so
looking down.
there's
Yeah.
really
Is it like a
nothing
lump
there.
on the ground that I'm terrified of?
Fuck it, yeah. I see a worm appear out of the ground.
Ah. Your panic.
Oh, there we go. That was the one I was hoping for. Oh fuck, no, you got lucky. You got lucky. A spell tries to take effect on your body, but because all magic and spells are suppressed, you can't cast it. But for a brief moment, you feel a sense of warmth. Just a light sense of warmth come over your body before it's suppressed. Fuck, 98. Oh my god! You got one of the cards.
Yes.
However, there are other consequences, but it would break you from the binds.
It's okay.
Ah, you're gonna hate it.
Nah, I'll be fine.
Biktun, while the magical shackles disappear, so does every magic item you wear or carry. Everything magical that you carry is disintegrated. However, artifacts are not, but they vanish. However, you are not currently holding the wild surging deck of many things. You just have the cards that you're going through. I think Ebron's holding the deck, right? Or someone?
Nope,
No, Atheros is.
No
Go ahead.
one's holding it. I put it on his face, and then he fell
Yeah.
down the hole. So if it landed on him, it would be gone.
Alright, let's flip a coin.
Well, I feel like landing on me is not the same as.
Carrying it.
I guess that's fair. Technically, because we'd argued that the deck was able to be taken out of your hand, and people could access it, even though every item you're carrying is suppressed. I would argue that the deck would not be affected because of that ruling.
Since the chains would actually make everything magical, would magical stuff then disintegrate still?
So, this card disintegrates the chains, along with everything else that is magical that he is carrying, which includes, I think that new. Did you switch back to Flare Glimmer, or did you have the new sword?
I saw the new sword.
The new sword would disintegrate, along with. Gotta look at your character sheet now.
Wait, my ring.
Your Ring of Warmth
Hi.
would disintegrate.
What about the kazoo?
The kazoo.
I want to be so heartbroken if it is.
Oh.
And
No,
Atheros
that
had the
was something you
kazoo?
gave to Atheros, right?
No.
You gave that to me. What, right?
I don't.
I don't believe you.
I genuinely do not know.
Oh, this is so sad. Yeah, the kazoo of summoning animals would disintegrate. Gresh's bone dice would disintegrate. Do you have anything else crazy that I'm not thinking of? I think that might be it. I think those are the only magical items you had on you. So the Adamant Avalanche, the Ring of Warmth, the Kazoo of Summoning Animals, and Gresh's Bone Dice all would disappear from your inventory.
What made that so magical?
Would his shield disappear? Because
His
wasn't that enchanted by Ono?
I thought Atheros had the shield enchanted by Ono.
Yeah, no, I did not get anything enchanted. I just had the break.
You have the Bracer, and that's not magical.
Yeah.
So your ability to throw the shield and grapple to it, that wasn't enchantment?
No,
Like a
that's just like a.
mechanical-
No, that
Yep.
was yeah. It was all
Okay.
it was all like compressed
Mechanical.
air cartridges and mechanical. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay,
Um,
so I got rid of that. I got rid of the kazoo. That's so
really,
sad.
That's really sad.
I'm so sad.
Hey, it's okay. Is a potential cursed item. You might have just freed yourself from
True.
being attacked by a wild horde of elk or something someday.
Okay, the ring
What
of
if we
warmth you
wanted
said,
that?
right?
Yep, Ring of Warmth would be your last magical item besides Adamant Avalanche.
How that was magical?
Yeah, it had an awakening effect that summoned ice, and it would do all ice damage.
Oh.
That's really
Didn't it?
sad, but it could have been a lot worse. That was one of 2 cards you could have drew that could have got you out of that situation.
Hey, I'm down with it. All right, cool.
Specifically, when I specified that Mirrors could draw 1 card that would have helped, and you could have drawn 2, this was the card. This was the card that didn't apply to either of you. It only applied to you. So,
Gotcha.
Biktun, after don't get me wrong, I got more cards to go through, but after
Yeah, I got 2 more, right?
falling into a pit, it's only been a couple seconds. The other card takes place. Hold on. The card that you would have gotten that had a duration was you cast Polymorph on yourself. But I gotta read the card specifically.
What do you turn into? Yeah.
Because you cast it on yourself and you have to make a saving throw, and if you fail the saving throw, you turn into a sheep. But I want to make sure I read it correctly. 65 maybe? No. 75. Yes, you cast Polymorph on yourself. If you fail the saving throw, you turn into a sheep for the spell's duration. So it's based off of you have to meet your own spell save DC. And let me see. What's your spell save DC?
Where the fuck is it? This is the real question.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it too. I don't remember where you find it.
What type of caster are you?
He would be intelligence, I think, because you took
Initiate.
Magic
Yeah.
Initiate and Wizard, didn't you?
Oh, here, let me
so
look at my
it'd be your
notes. 'Cause I think I
plus your
allowed
intelligence
to choose
modifier.
it. I think I had 3 options.
Figure it'd be on the spells page somewhere.
Yeah, it is on the spells page. So
Yeah,
top middle there should be
yep,
spellcasting.
it's intelligence based.
Yeah, so it should
Okay.
be like ability plus something attack plus something on spell DC.
I believe for spell save, it's 8 plus your intelligence modifier plus your proficiency bonus.
Yeah.
So it'd be
8.
yeah.
So 9, 10, 11.
Yeah.
Yes, your spell save would be 11. So you have to beat 11. And
With-
what is Polymorph saving throw?
Probably wisdom, I would assume.
Gonna find out. It is a wisdom saving throw, so you have to. So make a wisdom saving throw. You have to meet or beat 11. Biktun, for the duration of the spell, which is 1 hour, you turn into a sheep. Just poof, with an audible pop noise, and everybody would hear the sound of bleeding coming from the pit 50 feet down. The echoing across the reverberations across the hole in the ground. But I still have more cards to go through. I got 2 more. As the sheep now has cards hovering in front of it. I don't know how a sheep would react to spectral cards hovering in front of its face. Probably try to eat them if I had to guess. Biktun, roll me a d10 because you got a 33 again. This session's going to be titled on YouTube, Wild Magic Shenanigans or something. The Deck of Many Shenanigans. 6. 6 is an even number. You age forward another 6 years. So Biktun, you are officially 10 years older. But you won't feel that until after you're out of the sheep form.
Okay, I was about to ask, is that the sheep farm that's aging 6 years? And then how old does an average sheep
Now,
live?
it's Biktun who gets aged on this
Okay.
one.
Allow him to die old age because he's a sheep.
Wouldn't that be a hoot? And
Yeah.
last card is a 4. Okay, Biktun, roll me 1d6. Damn. Okay.
Oh no.
Biktun, you can't right now as a sheep, but when you emerge out of your sheep farm an hour from now, you will gain the ability to speak, read, and write 8 new languages.
Sweet.
It was a 1d6 versus a 2d6, so 2 less than Atheros, because you rolled max on the die, but you have 8 new languages that you can speak, read, and write, which you can decide for next time, and then
We should totally
Atheros
have a
has
book
10.
club.
Yeah, now
We
that
should
you
have a
can
book
read.
club that, yeah, only books we can read and Ono can't, and just rub it in his face.
10 of 10. And that would bring us to the... I'm going to just re-verify, see if any of them had long-lasting effects. Because that one would have been the duration of an hour for the polymorph. That one's a minute. That one was the polymorph. You already fell in the pit. Yeah. Nope, that would be the only one that would take effect. But yeah, Biktun, you're free from the restraints now. But now you're... So, like, everyone would look down upon hearing the last... Like, feeling that maybe enough time has passed that the last card would go. And you would just look down and see a sheep in the bottom of the pit. Not restrained in any way. So you know that something happened, that the restraints must have come off because he's a sheep now.
Question.
So,
Answer.
Are these pits permanent, or does it eventually go back to, like, ground?
It doesn't specify it. So in my mind, as DM, I would rule that they are permanent pits.
So in the middle of Brinshander, there's a permanent pit. Outside of Brinshander, there's a permanent pit. Interesting.
Oh, sinkholes.
Good old sinkholes, worlds falling into the earth.
we're helping him dig new wells. Come on. We're doing him a service.
As the party approaches and looks over this hole with a sheep 50 feet down, I think we're gonna call it there for today.
The party lets out a giant sigh.
Ono would just be like, I can't see what's happening.
I would pick him up, and I would have him look down the hole.
So, if we turn you into a sheep, you're no longer magically bound, is what we found out.
Correct. So he could technically walk up and out.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
If the
technically
sheep
you
has
could.
the sheep has the intelligence to do that. What's a sheep's intelligence in D&D?
I think it's like 2.
Yeah.
So, not happening. Yeah.
Yeah, minus couple, like minus 3 or 4 to the roll.
You might want to like fly down there, attach a rope, and just guide it up the wall.
We can
Think
leave him
about
down there for a while. Just, you know what?
What a
You'll
wild
be there
ride.
in a little bit. Yeah.
You guys are scaring me. One of these times you're gonna draw like one of the worst cards in the deck, and I'm gonna deal with it. That's what I'm gonna do. 'Cause I'm a
So, yeah, when Biktun rolled the first